gonna wait for it to... Whoa. I like Gaston there, didn't I? Nobody clicks his Twitch feed quite like Gaston. Alright.
I don't get it.
Don't worry. It's not your job to get it, it's your job to nod your head and laugh anyways.
Okay. Sometimes at the same time.
I really wish Twitch would stop,
Oh, I need to get onto the, I'm pretty sure I've ported everything to YouTube, basically. But I gotta go through my archives, because they're gonna be deleting it pretty soon. Did you see that with Twitch?
Don't remind me. I have to get to that. We were live right now, they could hear me. Alright, can you see the screen that I'm screen sharing? Yeah?
I see a white, black... white, black. I see a white background.
Yep, alright, we're gonna go ahead and start this. Here we go. This is Super Mario Bros. CD.
Easy.
So it's just a demo right now. But...
Okay, so it's gonna be 3 hours long. Gotcha.
let's do it. So yeah, check it out.
I think I have an idea where this is going.
This uses the MSU1 add-on for Super Nintendo to deliver CD quality music. And the game is presented in the Super Nintendo's Mode Zero mode, which allows for multiple layers of parallax, as you can see, even though it has a 4-color limit. But you know, what else had a 4-color limit but the NES, right?
This is true.
I love the 80s city pop style soundtrack.
I was in a game store earlier and they had like Vaporwave playing in the background. It was pretty great.
The presentation on this is amazing. Look at it. Oh, fuck.
Wah, wah.
I died.
Oh,
I love all the NES sounds too. It feels really authentic. I imagine this looks really amazing on like a CRT.
So why not pull up that CRT filter, my dude?
It would look very bad on stream.
No, you gotta put it over your stream layout, not the game layout.
Oh. I've never thought of doing that. I don't know if OBS has something like that.
You could always like just take a scanline and transparent image, I guess. I don't know how that would work, or how that would look.
That'd be pretty bad, if I had to be honest with you, but...
But then you wouldn't be able to really enjoy it yourself, just to stream.
Yeah. What? Huh? Oh! Yeah!
I go choice.
Holy shit, the sampling? They stop moving when you land on them, that's kinda cute. Oh! That was
because Mario's fat!
It's an extremely bit crushed one-up sound there. Look at that fire flower jig! Look at it dance! What? How is an apple immune to fire? That doesn't make any sense. Silly.
Is it an apple or an acorn?
I don't know, it looks like an apple to me. I mean, they're both fruits, right? Although... I guess I've never tried to burn an acorn before.
Right.
Yeah, like, this is so pretty, isn't it?
It does look pretty nice.
But yeah, this is just a demo that's just showing off some of the levels. And you know, a lot of the complicated parallaxing backgrounds.
And I do let me a good parallax. Can't get enough of them.
I love you. I feel like this kind of project is right up your alley, to be honest. There's no sliding either, because you know it's like Mario Brothers.
You could have done the Donkey Kong approach
All the music,
with
dude.
the backflips and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea this will ever get finished, but like what I am seeing of it is impressing me, of course. Huh? Oh! What does this do? Oh, I see. Oh.
Yeah.
That's fun. Oh! Ah!
Wah, wah.
Wop wop. High effort is right. I have to agree with you. It definitely looks very good. And sounds very good. And of course, being based on the Mario World engine also means that it plays very good too.
I was about to say debatable.
Really?
There's a little bit of weirdness that happens in Super Mario World.
Yeah, but I mean, the engine is fine. I like the gameplay physics. It's a good basis, I should say. Because I definitely think the engine's been modified a little here. There's no, like, P-speed, it seems. Like, there's no, like, max run or whatever.
Mm.
You know, much like Mario Brothers.
Well, you gotta make room for all the samples, you know.
I mean, I assume they just didn't want to have, like, the Mario World physics. Fuck. I gotta hold the jump button to get the max bounce here. Dude, that one-up sound is so compressed, it's amazing.
It is pretty compressed. No.
The idea of like a Mario Brothers CD-based sequel is kind of cute.
Wait a minute. Is this the Sony Nintendo? The PlayStation Nintendo add-on?
No, it's not supposed to be like that. The website says that this is like for like a hypothetical CD add-on for the NES. It's like it would be the NES hardware, but it would have like CD.
So... Famicom Disk System Plus?
Basically, yeah. Dude, look at this art. Oh! It's a very pretty game.
We here was very disappointed in Super Mario Bros. Special, so we wanted to do our own take on it.
Yeah, I could definitely hear the 80s in this game's music, by the way. Which is nothing but a compliment. Oh, that level's less finished. Oh, dude. Oh, the jams!
There do be some jams here going on, that's for sure.
You're the Wiggler!
Hey Mario, do you know what the twin said?
Whoa! Oh, what? Oh! It turned to apple slices. That's so funny.
That is pretty funny.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's like a more detailed version of the Mario Maker Yoshi, I think.
I can't believe we got him.
Anyway.
Dude, I'm jamming right now. Oh! Wait, this is actually so fucking tight, dude.
Emoto's looking at this, is like, finally, the Yoshi I've always wanted in Super Mario Bros. 1. Some of the sound effects are pretty funny.
Oh, they are. They're so crunchy. I quite like that about them, though.
I do love me a good dick crush.
Yeah, I definitely hear a lot of jazz fusion in this. Alright, beach time.
Hey, howdy and aloha! This is
Ah.
Barracuda Barry coming at you with tracks
Holy shit.
from July and cool in a summer breeze. Right here on the
Look at those fucking mountains, dude.
Brixery Isles. It is another gorgeous day in paradise with a chance of a couple of light showers and sure to clear.
Oh my god, Mario 2?
Meanwhile, we got some hot tracks coming up. This one's actually one of my favorites, so sit back, relax, and let the music take you on a cruise right here on Manuka Radio.
Thank you, DJ Toad.
Oh my god, dude. This is peak.
What is like somebody's like, okay, I got all these jams I made in FL Studios. I gotta use them for something. I got it. I'll just.
This shit does sound like fucking T-Square. You are actually correct. Dude, I'm actually so happy. I'm in my happy place right now. I could be here forever. Oh, they have a little splash when they fall in the water. Look. Do they have the soundtrack for download somewhere?
Maybe not until the full release. I mean, it is work in progress. These songs might change. Like, wait, I didn't like that bass note. I gotta change it ever so slightly. Yeah, there we go.
I remember we heard Studiopolis from Sonic Mania, from the USBs that they were giving out at the Sonic Expo, and I was like, how could this song get any better? And then in the final release version, it was better.
There you go.
But still, I'm curious.
Any hidden levels?
I do not believe so, unfortunately. I know you. I want this to go on forever too. You know, like.
Nah, I'm just curious. I don't know if it was like just a hidden level, just to throw a little bone or something.
No, you have to understand. I want this to go on longer as well. I got you. This is definitely my happy place. I mean, look at how fucking pretty this is.
That hill in the background is Key's face right now, actually.
Oh, there's another bot.
Cheap viewers spelled incorrectly. Remove the space? Nah.
Give me your fucking instructions now. Like,
It really is.
remove the space or what, buddy? Like, what's gonna happen if I don't do that?
It's like make me.
Oh. Oh no, we get to hear more of the music.
Hey, howdy and
Oh, they're gonna start me all the way back over here, though.
Coming at you with tracks hotter than July and cooler than a summer breeze. Right here on Nuka Radio in the beautiful Brixery Isles.
Hey Mia, how you doing?
Just in paradise with a chance of a couple light showers and shoot it clear right off. In the meanwhile, we got some hot tracks coming up. This one's actually one of my favorites, so sit back, relax, and let the music take you on a cruise right here on Nuka Radio.
So hey Mia, did you know this runs on the Super Nintendo? Yeah. Thank you for covering for me. Yeah, this is using so this is using MSU1 audio, as they call it, which is a little add-on for the Super Nintendo that lets you use CD audio. It's compatible with a lot of flash carts. And it also works on emulation. And it works on real hardware as well. This is all playing in-game. This is Super Mario Bros. CD. This is a demo version. Meant to show off some progress. It's using the Super Nintendo's Mode 0. Which is to say that the way Mode 0 works is that you get more background layers and more parallax scrolling, but you have a 4-color limit. So they just made this game. They just made this game like really NES styled to match that color limit and look good.
Did any video games ever use Mode 0?
I don't know off the top of my head. I assume a couple did for certain effects, but yeah. So we have all these parallax background layers and everything, as you can see here. Like, this is fucking beautiful. I just gotta say it. It is just fucking beautiful. There's no other word for it.
It's what the kids call the bee's knees, really.
I wish there was a checkpoint. But, you know, I'm not sad I get to hear more of the music. Yeah, the whole concept of this project is that it's supposed to be like, it's a fake video game made for the Famicom CD, which is a hypothetical add-on for the NES that gives games CD audio and, you know, a little bit of extra graphical power. It's not a real thing, but, you know, this is meant to be like a what if. It's very cute.
I don't think any Super Nintendo game used Mode Zero.
Yeah, maybe
seen
not.
it.
They might not have. It might have just been there
does-
but never used. Because again, a
Yeah.
lot of developers were pushing for higher fidelity graphics. Why port? Why do that, right?
No, I found somebody's test video of having Symphony in the Night on the Super Nintendo using Mode Zero.
Yeah, I think Golden Jungle is my favorite though. Just gonna play it again. Like, I mean, just look at this. Oh, the multi-parallax layers for the trees looks really great.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right off the edge.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, and to think, right? Like, every background element can only have 4 colors. So, like, they had to pick really carefully. Oh, this is amazing. And I think the best part is, like, no sound effects to take me out of the immersion. So there's, like, nothing that sounds really high quality. It's all, like, complete. And just ridiculously pretty.
Give it time.
Oh, that background, dude. Oh, it's so nice. There's eye candy and it plays good.
I mean, what more do you want, really?
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh,
Yoshi, please.
but yeah. The athletic one is really good too, but it's so short. I'm excited to see what this one pans out into. Oh, there's birds in the background, I just noticed. Look.
Are they birds? Can we trust them?
Those look like seagulls, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, when you were telling me about this before, I was thinking it's like, oh, maybe it's gonna have like the time mechanic where you go forward, you start to look like Super Mario World. You go backwards, and you go into.
Oh, that'd be kind of tight,
Mario
but
1.
like, I think this is a little more interesting as a concept.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Where it's just like, yeah, a long lost like exclusive CD add-on Mario game. Wow, that's so cool. Now, I'm gonna see if they have a soundtrack downloaded all.
So we can listen to it on stream.
So apparently they just started this group to make like mock-up screenshots for fun, and accidentally, or rather,
Accidentally made a game.
it kind of evolved. Very cool stuff. Just, fantastic. What more could I say? Let's put the credits on. Look at the people.
Oh, that's that King Mayo for a second there. Art director Reddit. Okay. Voice acting. No, Scarlet Cat. You can't be part of the video game. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
Ant Dude. That's a name I've no.
Yo, Iron Mario? Like Iron Man? Thank you, Waluigi.
Thank you, Waluigi.
Wow. Yeah, so, you know, that's all that's done for it so far, or rather that's all that they have allowed to be playable in this demo, but that was very cool. There's some other ones here. Let me take a look at what we got.
Oh boy. Bless you.
Bless me, my goodness. One of those things where I'm like, yeah. There's some Kaizo hacks, which I can't play.
I mean, you can. You just choose not to.
Yeah, I mean, I could play them, but it wouldn't go very well.
Imagine, like, I actually can't play them, guys. I actually have allergic reaction to the to the term Kaizo for some reason.
Dude, wouldn't that be something?
Wait, that Willy Wonka incident was only a year old now? That's crazy. I thought it was longer than that. Sorry, I saw something on Blue Sky.
Yeah. That would be pretty funny, though. There's a hack I already played. That's fun. So a lot of these are we got Super Mario World, the 4 magic wands, which is pretty short. 24 exits. 4 Koopa Kids. Nice and easy, you know? Who could go wrong with that?
Well,
Apparently not. Well, you know, I mean, it's very possible. You know what they say. There's always time. You know, it takes to like the last world. I know a lot of these Mario hacks. They're really good, and then you get to world whatever the last one is, and it's like, oh god, what did I do?
You gotta break a few lemons to make lemonade.
What did I do to deserve this? But you know, I think I have faith in this one. So apparently, this hack was made entirely through. It's like really funny. This one was apparently made entirely through ROM hacking software on an Android phone, which is very entertaining. That's an entertaining restriction to put on yourself, to have to fucking make a hack on a phone.
Not with Mario World specifically.
Yep. So there's Bowser. There's he looks like he's missing the top right of his shell, but I'm not gonna worry about him. You know, maybe it'll grow back by the time we go see him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, here we go. Nice and simple. See, apparently this entire thing was made on a phone. Oh god, this feels different than the other game. Wait, what the fuck? Did the physics change? Am I... You know what? I don't think it did. I think it was just... I'm just so used to the other one now. Because I guess the other one rewrote a lot more than I thought it would.
Well, listen, it's just taking influence on the mobile bootleg games, you know?
No, like, this feels like Mario World. I think I'm just... Having just played that other one, I'm not used to Mario World, you know?
I wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys, like, changed it, like, they increased or decreased it by, like, a decimal just to mess with people. I would do that.
Oh, I know you would. Oh, this is from something. It's Pokemon.
Yes.
Took me a second. It took me a second. I was like, what do I remember this from? I had to remember it was Pokemon. Dude, I'm so sorry. I always feel guilty for saying this, but like I never remember like Pokemon music a lot until like Gen 5.
Spaghetti, spaghetti.
Well, the thing about Pokemon music until Gen 5 is like, I don't know, it always just sounded like Pokemon music. I guess that's like the best thing I could say about it. Like, yeah, that's Pokemon song. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, I guess if I played Pokemon growing up, I would probably have a higher attachment. Like, my first Pokemon game as a child was Gen 4. Funny enough. That was not really young, I was like... Oh my god. Holy shit, wait! Oh man, that has been a while since I've heard that.
What a meme.
That... Oh man. When was the last time I heard that song? 5 years ago? It has to have been. I think it was during COVID. Because I remember, Okay, I hate saying during COVID, because I feel like that's... We're still during COVID, I guess, is the best way I could put it.
Well, I mean...
But I think during the lockdown...
The major...
The lockdown, yeah.
There you go, there you go.
You know, a lot of stuff happened there that, like... I can only remember if you asked me about it specifically. Like,
Can you believe that happened 5 years ago?
Pardon?
Can you believe it happened 5 years ago?
And it does not feel like it has been that long, to be quite honest.
Right.
Time is endlessly cruel.
Except that first year lockdown, Jesus Christ, that year just dragged on.
Oh yeah, that one felt like it lasted forever. 2020? Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, 2020. But after that, it started, you know, it just went on its way. But 2020...
Yeah, but everything
no
was
exaggeration. Well, not on my end. On my end, I still worked like it was normal.
But like, no exaggeration, what?
No, I was just gonna say, like, no exaggeration. 2020 is probably the slowest year in terms of feels of my life.
Okay, well, I've heard this in a few hacks. This is not as surprising. That's kind of crazy that, you know, aha music in a Mario hack is like, yeah, I've been there at least 3 times. At least. At minimum. Alright, can I get the 1 frame here? Yump! There we go, we got it. I did it. That's a 1 frame input. Actually, like... Well, I guess it's not the most difficult thing ever, but... I guess it autosaves. I have to assume it does. If it's not giving me a save prompt after the Switch Palace, I always assume it has to autosave. I'm assuming this is just gonna be like a standard, you know, good old-fashioned Mario romp.
Good old-fashioned hootenanny.
Yeah, you could say that. Oh,
You know, those coins are there for a reason, right? They lead you.
they lead me astray, dude.
Mm.
Yeah, for the record, I don't
Why
know
aren't you
how...
playing this? Why aren't you playing this on your Android, by the way?
My Android phone, yeah. Dude, trying to play Mario, like, I imagine the worst fucking shit about making this on an Android is, like, trying to test it.
Right.
Unless, like, you could just, like... Would you play it on your phone? Oh, it's so cursed. I hate phone touchscreen controls. Kudos to people that can do that, I just can't stand it. Like, the lack of feedback just, like, sends negative energy into my brain. Like, the fact that there's, like, no button? It just bugs me. I don't know if I'm, like, alone in that regard, but, like, the game's sound design alone isn't enough. I need to, like, press the button with my finger.
I mean, you can.
Well, there are, like, mobile phone gamepads, of course, but, like, I'm talking about specifically the touchscreen.
I mean,
So-
that's still touching the button.
It's not like a
On a
real button,
screen.
though. It doesn't feel like I'm pushing it down. It feels like I'm touching a screen.
Well, what if you assigned it? Like, you know, up is the volume up button, down is the volume down
It's not,
button.
like, the same thing. It's not like it's a feel thing for my finger, is what I mean.
I mean, you're feeling the volume button. You just reassign it.
They don't let you do that. And again, that would also not be on a touchscreen.
Right,
is
it's
like-
not on the touchscreen. You're doing the volume buttons.
Well, yeah, but like that's I was talking about the touchscreen gamepads. It's like I can never get used to using those.
Of course. Not also. This is also not the first time.
No, it isn't. I remember the first time I heard that in a hack, though it fucked with me. I was like, what?
I like how if we heard, like, if it was Skype, that wouldn't, like, bother us. Is that, oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't even remember what the Skypes... Oh, wait, nope, now I do. It came back to me. It took me a minute.
Yeah.
It took me a minute, but I got it. Dude, Skype. Oh my god. Is it even around anymore? I think it is still.
It is. I think it's still used in, like, business settings, I want to say. Oh, God, I can't remember how Skype is spelled.
What I remember is that it was like everybody used it. We had like Skype groups and shit. And then it got bought by Microsoft. And it just never got better.
Yeah, Skype is still around.
Like the minute it
Its
got
net
bought.
worth, its net worth is 8.5 billion. So,
Still? Crazy. I guess it got too big to fail at that point.
I mean, I had to scroll down to get that info. You know, I had to go past my AI answers because, you know, Google won't let you turn that off.
You can put fucking in your search.
I mean, I could.
It's like my favorite way to do that, by the way. I find that so funny.
It is
But their
funny.
AI will not answer if the... Yeah, Microsoft Teams, I think, is the business standard now. So I don't know who's still using Skype. Probably old people. Which still accounts for a lot of people. But yeah, no, like Skype, man, holy shit. There's like a little part of me that's nostalgic for it. But I can't lie, I do love all of the features that Discord offers me, you know? Like... I definitely think it's overall better. Overall. My nostalgia for Skype is almost purely like... like tied to the memories I have of interactions on it. Less to do with like the quality of it. Because I want to say when I started using it first for a lot of like online like stuff, it was before the Microsoft buyout, and then like a couple years in, it got bought by Microsoft, and it was just a tragedy, really. I still remember hearing that happened, and I thought, oh, okay, that's quite particular. I was really young at the time compared to now. So I didn't know that, like, anytime you hear about, like, a big company buying something like that, you already know that it's about to get way worse.
Sure, there's been a few times in history where it's been beneficial.
I feel like it greatly outnumbers the amount of times that, like, somebody makes something good and then, like, a big tech company buys it and then decides to make it worse for the end user at all costs. Skype used to run pretty fine. It was pretty snappy. And then Microsoft got it, and it kept getting updates that made it run, like, increasingly shittier. Is what I remember about it, distinctly. And then it was just a matter of, like, oh... Discord came out, and everybody's like, Discord's the new hot thing. And for a while, it was like, it was only servers that had no friends list features or anything like that. So a lot of people were like, I don't know if I want to move to Discord yet. But I remember moving before they really had, like, a friends list.
And of course, Discord has done some shenanigans over the years.
Yes. They've walked back a lot of the shit that people really get vocal about, though. I will say that. From what I know, at least. Like, people were really concerned about cryptocurrency and all this other stuff, and Discord never ended up going through with it. Yeah, that's because I think they know the fragility of the situation. In the sense that, like, if they tried to actually push that shit, enough people would do something about it. It would matter. Because even though it is used a lot, it's used by a lot of very specific people. It's not like a... It's not like a general public product in the same way Skype is. Because everybody used Skype back when I was younger. Like, that was just the thing you did voice calls on. There was no FaceTime on your phone. It was literally just like you put Skype on. Like, it was the standard. This is Wireland boss music, by the way, if you're wondering.
Okay, sounds like clown music.
Well, that explains why. Give me that one. But yeah, I'm just like, man, those were the days. Then there was, before Skype, I used MSN Messenger.
Hey.
Now that was some shit. For a second I thought this was about to be the Underground theme.
This sounds like a song that would have a ba in it.
All right, everybody, count the amount of time before we hear in Beware the Forest Mushrooms. I know it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming. We got a forest world. We're gonna hear. Yes, every time. Every time in one of these hacks. No, and listen, I'm not complaining.
It's not that. Like, I don't know. Like, the person who made this is an Android user, and I feel like there's some kind of
No. They've done hacks on their computer. They just wanted to do this on the Android specifically as like a challenge.
Right, but because they do that, I feel like that's a rebellion thing. So they're like, no.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Gonna do that.
Plants vs Zombies. Or Angry Birds. Music. You're right.
Sir, I think you're mistaken with Cut the Rope. R.E.
I think that's like retry. Restart.
I thought Leon Kennedy was gonna pop out of there.
Imagine. What?
Mario.
Oh, it's a skip.
It's a big skip.
Yeah, like when I first heard this, I was like, "Oh, is this gonna be like the underground theme?" Like, but no.
I mean, there's such thing as underground forests.
Is there?
Partially.
Maybe we have to get those cave wizards to investigate that.
You're right. I can't believe Trump is like cutting the funds on the cave wizards. It's very sad.
Dude, yeah, how are we gonna go without the spellologists, dude? That was from... Was that last week we had that conversation? That doesn't feel like it was a week ago.
No, it wasn't a week ago. It was a couple weeks ago.
But it was very funny. I definitely rank that as one of the more memorable jokes.
And it's only February.
Yeah, it's true. We got a whole year.
I hope my house gets built this year. I really do.
Me too. Okay, Mushroom Hill. Definitely appropriate. You know, I'm actually kind of shocked I don't hear this in more Mario hacks. Given the fucking level and the name of it, you know, like...
Too obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the joke just writes itself too much. Like, it stops being a surprise, and it starts being like, well, I expected that.
You know, it's funny how technology has come so far that you can, like, hey, I gotta make a Mario ROM hack on my phone.
Yeah! If somebody said that back when these were first getting made, like these ROM hacks in like the early 2000s, they'd be like, what the fuck? You mean like on your landline?
On your Nokia?
Oh god. Oh, your Java phone? Who remembers that? Dude, I remember. I used to have Java phone. I think my family had a Java phone, and I had Street Fighter on it, and I was like, this is horrible. But, you know, they sure did.
You still labbed it.
I did not lab it. I was too young to know what the hell that even meant. But I did play it, because I was like, oh, Street Fighter, because I liked Street Fighter as a kid. I was like, yeah. Hit me up on the BlackBerry. Oh, man. See, what I do miss, beyond the whole flip phone aesthetic, is like when they had like actual keyboards. I hate typing on touchscreens on the phone. It's the fucking worst shit of all time. Give me a keyboard, man.
Oh, hey.
Chrono Trigger. Oh, I meant to tell you, there's a fan remake of FF1 that I ran into that you might be interested in. It was made... yeah, it was made in Unity, which, you know, actually what Pixel Master is, but it looks like the NES game and everything. But apparently it has a bunch of new classes and stuff. Oh, I thought you might be interested in checking that out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to link this to me. Because I just Googled it and I'm just...
It's called Final Fantasy Renaissance, I think?
Renaissance, okay.
You want to spell that? I mean, I'm sure Google can...
Yeah, Google's gonna help. I said Renaissance, not Reno. That is like two completely different things.
Reno is in Vegas. That's Oh,
No,
well,
the
Reno is
character,
also a character in Final Fantasy. You
Yeah.
are true. That's correct. Why am I think I was just bouncing on the mushrooms, Kayam. Also, how you doing, man? I just fell off. I do love the Donkey Kong Country death theme. That song makes me laugh. It just sounds so pathetic, you know? Like, you're like, oh man, I feel like I really fucked it up. I mean, I guess if you died, you kind of did, but you know. Yeah, last night we checked out a bunch of fan remakes, which were pretty fun. And/or improvement ROM hacks. Today we're just playing some Mario hacks, but I don't know if I'll cut off the Mario and just check out some other improvement / fun ROM hacks. 'Cause who knows? It might be entertaining. Oh, get in the door. But yeah. Oh, we might not hear in the forest mushroom or beware the forest mushrooms in a Mario hack. This would be a fucking tremendous day.
Alright, I found the page, so I'm just gonna save that for later.
Looks pretty cool though, right? I think it has all the vanilla classes as well. In case you want to do that. I mean, if you cared. For the most part, it looks pretty close to the NES original. Which again, if you're gonna play FF1, I would recommend either Pixel Remaster or the PS1 version.
Why not GBA?
I don't like the MP system. I think it's too lax.
Well, okay, no, if you're gonna play the GBA version, just play the PS1.
I think the NES
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is really interesting if you play it for the first time, and then every other time you play it, you're just like, this is boring. That's how I feel anyways.
I think, like...
I'm a
Final
wet
Fantasy
blanket.
one-
There's no reason to pick half the classes in that game. It sucks. It's bad. I'm just gonna say it. It's bad. It's entertaining, but it's not very good.
It is entertaining. It's an experience.
Like, oh, you know, like, it's fun to discover that half of the shit in that game just doesn't work, so why is it there? But, like, that's what it is. It's like, you discover that, and then you move on with your life, because you can play an RPG that, like, has depth.
It's just funny to me that you fight Chaos, the final boss, with just regular battle music. That always cracks
Oh,
me
yeah,
up.
I mean, that's pretty normal for the time. I'm pretty sure even Dragon Quest had that. Where it's final
Oh,
boss.
FF2 and FF3 had dedicated boss music, I think.
You could definitely do bug fix patches if you wanted to. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I really like the PS1 version. I think nobody talks about Origins. I don't know why. It's a good version of the game. The only the thing about it is, you know, you get the PS1 load times, but I don't think they're too bad on PS2.
I don't recall it, at least FF1 being that bad with load times normally. Like, really, the Final Fantasies on PS1 with the bad load times is like 6 to 5.
Cause like,
I don't recall 4 being bad.
and I will still go to bat for the Pixel Remaster version as well. I think Pixel Master FF1 is quite good. It's a little easier than the original, but like, I mean, like, come on.
I don't recall 9 having bad load times, but it's been a while since I played FF9 on PS1.
Okay, not the song I expected to hear in a castle. This is just fucking... What the hell is this? I don't remember the name of the level. It's Mad Forest, I think, from FF... not FF, sorry, Castlevania 3. I think it was called Mad Forest? I know it's the Forest level song. You know,
When
I
I hear this,
love
I
me
think
some
of,
Castlevania.
I hear this and I think of Grant just rapping over it.
But yeah, like, I do like NES FF1 in some ways, but I think, like, I would definitely play, like, a bug-fixed version of it. Because it's just, like... It really irritates me that, like, at baseline, there's just no reason not to have all red mages and fighters. Which, I mean, I guess if you're not, like, trying to play off... But even if you aren't trying to, like, play really well...
Yo.
Like, it is way easier to just do that than it is to, like, try to engage with the other classes. I think the Thief might actually get it the worst, because at least the Master, when you get him promoted, he punch good. But the Thief, man, you unlock what? Like the first 3 tiers of black magic as a ninja, but you spend the rest of the game having an ability that doesn't do anything and having shit stats. He does have some pretty awesome blue hair, though. Which I do miss about later versions, but, you know, Pixel Remaster version, he's got the blue hair again. So that's kind of awesome. Hi, ARPA. Yeah, I'm definitely, a big advocate of other versions of FF1, except the GBA one. I think that is the least interesting version of that game to play, and I don't think it's close.
Especially with the PSP version.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna play that, you might as well play the PSP one just to get the really good music. Even if the gameplay isn't great, you still
And I
got
think the
good
PSP
music.
versions does look better than the Pixel Remaster version.
Well,
admittedly.
yeah, but... I'll get ARPA in the call in just a second. I'm trying to... Gotta lock in on Morton here. And I will say the PSP version has bonus content that is
Yes.
actually difficult.
Oh yeah, there you go. If you want the best version of FF1, play Stranger of Paradise.
That's actually completely true.
Okay. Technically, that's a prequel.
Nope. That's like the best FF1 media they've ever released. Just for that one cutscene alone.
You can actually fight Warrior Light in the DLC.
Warrior of Light? Look, I'm just saying, it's so good. Okay. He's the king.
Bullshit.
I'm sad you missed like the really cool hack we played earlier. Maybe I'll just show you it again after this.
It's not my fault I have work.
Yeah, it is. You could just be unemployed. No, I'm kidding.
It's not by my hand that I once again need money.
Listen, if me and ARPA can like make money off of streaming for 16 hours a day, we would do it.
I don't think I would be able to.
Not 16 hours. A lot of streamers do like 4 or 5 days a week for like 6 or 7 hours, which is pretty.
I would do it like a normal work schedule. If I would do 8-hour days, 5 days a week.
I could easily do like 4 days a week for 10 hours, to be quite honest.
And depending on the game, I could go for a long time.
I actually really hope that in my lifetime the 4-day work week becomes a thing. Yeah, I know. But wouldn't that be cool? Because I've had this conversation with family. I actually do agree that I would rather go into work for 4 days for 10 hours than 5 for 8, you know? Because it sounds worse on paper, but then you realize you have like a whole extra day off.
Right.
And those extra 2 hours you spend at work don't really take away much of your free time that evening to begin with. So that extra day would go really far.
Imagine how much better society would be if they had free time.
That's what I'm saying. One extra day would
right.
actually do like, you know how much fucking shit one extra day would get done? It's nuts.
And how much people would be like, oh, time to go work. You know, it's just better overall, you know?
Yep.
Like, you wouldn't be so drained to work. I don't know. Like, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, the
It'd be
4-day
even
work
nicer if you
week.
can... It'd be nicer if you could just do regular 8-hour, 4-day work week and just get paid more, but
yeah,
that's even a further stretch.
I think that... Yeah. But I also think, like, productivity is better in 10-hour workdays, 4 days a week. When they did, like, a study on it, and they said that people actually, like, worked more productively for longer when they had an extra day off.
Yeah.
To the point where they were like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do 10 hours. That's awesome. I'll take that over. People wanted to work when that was their workout line. 'Cause it was just better. But it would also, like, completely reshape, like, society, basically. Like, it It would make like Friday the volunteer workday, which would be quite weird, but like I'd get used to it. You know, we adapt, right? We adjust.
I just want more time off.
Well, yeah, man.
Well, I guess it's not so much more time off, it's just like rearranging, you know?
Yeah. Well, 4-day work week would give you more time off, technically.
Well, this is creepy.
Well, this is Donkey Kong 64. It's Crystal Caves.
Never played it.
Alright, well.
Well, I think Donkey Kong 64 was more interesting when it had Vegas theme playing.
Oh, true. I can't believe that website has like 1,000 songs.
Or that one, like, room where it was playing Kaiba's theme from Forbidden Memories.
Alright, can we get the yump with ARPA?
Wait, what?
Fuck! Yeah, so Donkey Kong 64 has a randomizer that has like a bunch of music choices. Like a website,
Okay.
like the website outlines it, and there's like over 1,000. And some of that is Street Fighter music, which includes Guile's theme and Vega's theme. There is Final Fantasy music.
Just hearing Forbidden Memories in it is just funny.
Yeah, but how do you think ARPA felt when he heard it? He went, "What the fuck? That's Kaiba's theme from Forbidden Memories." And I'm like, "Oh my god, why is that here?"
Well, because Forbidden Memories soundtrack is very...
No, listen, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just like, it's like who the fuck
No,
was
it's not
this
bad.
thing?
Like, Forbidden Memories soundtrack is very aesthetic, to put it in a way.
It's not something I would expect in Donkey Kong 64.
It's like the SVC Chaos music in Mario Hacks. It's like that. Like what? Like why are you here? Or
Could you
I'm a
imagine,
kid.
could you imagine the car viewing theme from Forbidden Memories just playing in Donkey Kong 64? Like when King K. Rool's talking.
It's like, even if you were to put Yu-Gi-Oh! Music in a Donkey Kong 64, Forbidden Memories soundtrack isn't exactly the most iconic.
Hey kids, you want Duelist of Roses in your Donkey Kong 64?
That game is kind of cool, right?
It's weird.
Strange. They were definitely like just messing around with what would make a acceptable Yu-Gi-Oh game before it all boiled down to straight up card sim.
Yeah.
They just gave up. At some point, they were like, oh, "Fucking, I'm done. I'm done with it now. Just make a card
You think in
sim."
a way they were like, hey, let's change the card games by making such a cool game rules in a video game. It's like, yeah, that never happened.
Imagine if they used like the old video game rules as the actual rules. There would be so many fucking judge calls over the type system.
I just think it would be really funny if the AI in one of those games Yada locked you.
I do know that if you Yada lock the AI, they are programmed to concede in some of those games.
Only some of them.
They thought about it. They're like, I guess we'll leave it in. But the AI should be able to Yada lock you. I think that'd be really funny, don't you think?
And by some of them, I mean the ones where you can unlock the option to turn off the ban list. Because even in games where you can like unlock the ability to use one ban card, to do that lock, you're gonna need Chaos Dragon Envoy the N2. Love that. Also, Sangan. I love that little guy has caused so many problems in Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments that they printed a card where he gets arrested called Dake.
And when are they gonna unban Delinquent Duo?
Oh, God.
Oh, that's a fucked up card.
I don't know which of these three would be the last to leave the ban list. Delinquent... Or, actually, no, make that 5. Delinquent Duo, Forceful Century, Confiscation, Painful Choice, or Pot of Greed.
I think Graceful Charity has a less likely chance too. Forceful Century is a fucked up card. Hoy. That one I understand. that one's not just like draw 2 cards, like why is this actually fucked up? Like, that's like Pot of Greed, you have to like know how Yu-Gi-Oh! Works to get it. Forestful Century, if you told that to somebody, they'd be like, yeah, that's kind of fucking messed up in a card game.
Especially now, because the game is balanced around hand traps.
You just see their hand, like it's not even subtle, it's like, yeah, so you just get to see all of their fucking cards. Like,
Nice Nibiru you got there. I think I'd like it better in your deck.
So I think I'm gonna put that in the trash can.
and like Graceful Charity is another one I can understand.
I still think Painful Choice might be somehow even dumber than Graceful Charity.
There's also Change of Heart, another really fucked
Change
up
of
one.
Heart. Change of Heart is actually legal.
Oh, I think it was, what is it, limited to 1 now?
It's limited to 1, yeah.
Because it's a really good card.
I mean, it's still good, it's just nobody really runs it because it's just a Saki one-of. Also, it's usually gonna get negated.
The fuck was that
Keep
one,
in
like,
mind.
Frankenstein's monster looking one? Doctor...
Oh, Cyberstein.
Cyberstein, yeah, that one's fucked up.
I don't think that's going to... It has been on and off the ban list. I think it's going to stay off. Extra deck monsters have gotten way too powerful. For
Off
that
or
to be
on?
okay.
Like, cause like on the ban list, right?
Yeah.
The Cyberstein... There was another one, it was like... I don't remember the name of it.
If it involves cheating monsters from the extra deck, Magical Scientist.
Yes! That's the one.
That top 10 cards that are going to be the last things to ever leave the ban list without a complete errata.
Yeah, that one was fucked up too, right?
Even back when it came out, because it's like, okay, I'm going to bring out Thousand Eyes Restrict. Fuck you.
Yeah. Holy boulder.
I think I saw, like, I remember seeing, like, this Team APS series of, like, them opening, like, old packs and just using the cards they get, like, drafting them, and not using the ban list, and, I've seen some fucked up Magical Scientist board states.
Oh.
Keep in mind, they're just using the cards they pull from packs.
Or what the fuck was it, Spiral? Spirals were fucking insane at one point, because of that one card.
Magician Souls.
Yeah, where they were just like, oh, yeah, whoops, looks like we're, just...
Looks like our attempt to make Dark Magician not a Joker deck, made Spiral Master Plan way too consistent. Shit.
And there was also, that one time where tier limits were insane, when Kit Kalos was allowed. And it was just, I'm going to keep pulling cards, this will not end until you lose.
Also, the Ishizu cards,
And tier limits are still pretty okay, right?
they are still viable. Like, it's funny, usually, like, when a new, like, storyline, like, related archetypes, a batch of storyline-related archetype happen, like, right now it's the Diabellstar stuff going on. Because Tier Limits and Kashtira were part of the Visa Starfrost, like, storyline stuff. And yet the Visa Starfrost storyline stuff is still viable. Heck, even the Wallboss stuff is, like, rogue playable these days.
I miss... Is Fire King still good? I remember asking about this because I had looked it up randomly one day. And I was like, what does Fire King do? And you were like, so basically you just put out cards that explode themselves and the other person dies. And I'm like,
Yes.
well, that's fucking awesome, that's great. So you're just...
Fire Kings are still competitive, and their next-door neighbor, Bell.
Fire King... Are they a fun deck? Or...
They're very interesting to play. It's very much a game of resource management.
Before you blow yourself up and the other person loses?
And by resource management, I mean managing illegal fireworks. It's kind of funny how Duel Links kind of predicted Fire King's Bell would be a thing in the TCG.
I also know, what was another card? I think Predaplant Verte is never getting unbanned. That thing was funny.
Verte Anaconda is legal in Master Duel for some reason, but nowhere else.
Yeah, because it's just like the easiest thing to make ever, and then it like enables so much fucked shit, like just innately.
I think Red Eye should have like its own archetype-specific Verte Anaconda out of pity. Like, give it one thing to do, like, get easy Dragoon, and probably still lose.
I just remember, like, there was a meme where it was like, oh yeah, if you're having trouble in the match, if you just make Verte, it's probably a good game state.
Yeah.
It was literally a whole fucking song that was called Just Make Verte.
Yeah, just make Verte, pull out Phoenix Enforcer, question marks profit.
Another $5 billion to Blue Eyes support. And it's still mid!
Yeah.
You know, people make fun of Red Eyes, but I think Red Eyes, over the past, like, 5 years, actually had more meta-relevant cards than Blue Eyes has. Which is just because of that one, but it doesn't matter, that's 1 over 0.
Its archetype is terrible, but it also has Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, which has showed up in a lot of competitive decks. Dragoon of Red Eyes, which was quite the fad when it came out.
Is Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon still legal?
It is still legal. It got eroded, so it's allowed at 3.
Blue Eyes won a big tournament a year or two. Ooh, that's tight, though.
It did win a Worlds because the ban list kind of favored decks that play honestly, and Blue Eyes excels when it comes to playing honestly.
Oh, so like Blue Eyes is like the Shoto of Yu-Gi-Oh decks.
Yeah, it's Ryu.
That's funny.
Because like it's not really outright bad. It's, you know, decent. You know, you can do stuff with Blue Eyes. It's just that like what it does is like this is like standard stuff that you'd see in the Yu-Gi-Oh show, barring the illegal moves. Like this is just like, oh yeah, you
Yeah. It is just break your opponent's board and beat them over the head with big dragons.
Yep, use your beat stick monster, get a good board state, throw them a Blue Eyes combo they can't fuck with, and then you kill them and win. Standard, very standard.
Or if you're playing the lower ranks of Master Duel, you Book of Eclipse their board, summon Chaos Max, and OTK them.
I hate these. These Bowser lasers were not fun in Mario 3, and they're not fun here.
Would they be fun if all of a sudden you heard techno music and you'd see a lot more lasers and volcanoes?
It helps that ultimately 3000 is better than 2500. Listen here, buddy. Blue Eyes, the dragon, is better than Red Eyes. But Blue Eyes, the, like, archetype, in terms of, like, cards that see competitive use, I would still argue is probably less. But it's just because Red Eyes has, like, 2 cards that people use.
Yeah.
But that's still more than 0.
It still weirds me the fuck out that Red Eyes Fusion saw tournament play, all because of Dragoon. Because Red Eyes Fusion is an awful card. Unless you happen to cheat its awfulness by making Verte Anaconda.
Oh, yep.
Because, like, the thing about Red Eyes Fusion is that's the only monster you get for the turn. Like, it locks you out of summoning monsters for the rest of the turn. Verte Anaconda doesn't give a shit about that. You could set up your board, end on Verte Anaconda, end on Dragoon. Oh, what's that? Dragoon's also accompanied by Baron de Fleur. Have fun!
It's the classic, like, fucked up, Yu-Gi-Oh thing where, like, this card is a problem. So you, like, you do some, like, technicalities. I mean, yeah, Red Eyes is, like, not a very good archetype, but it has, like, a few good cards, which is nice.
Red Eyes as a whole feels like it's balanced around being in the GX era. Like, people say that the support is all over the place. It does have a game plan, it's just a game plan that's not even close to impressive by the time it became an archetype. It's like dump a bunch of beatstick dragons in the graveyard and pull them out.
Crimson River.
That basically would have been impressive if we were still like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Dude, I am so annoyed at this level.
Although now they're kind of doing something interesting with Red Eyes in that they made a archetype that is based entirely around Joey and Bandit Keith's duel. So Metal Morph, turning like things into machine versions of themselves.
Okay, I sure hope it's better than the game Metal Morph.
It's not seeing any tournament play, so.
Oh, maybe not.
But it's like, one of the people at my local game store is like, I can't fucking believe that Red Eyes got a main deck negate before Heroes did.
I mean, are they?
Although they're still adding cards to it, like, I think a month ago they revealed, like, a new Red Eyes that it has the weirdest way to summon it. You have to
Your opponent a baby.
You have to tribute a set trap card. And the thing is, once per turn, you can do each of the following once per turn. You can take a Metal Morph card from your graveyard and set it, and you can activate Metal Morph cards the turn that they are set.
Ooh, that has some potential to be really fucked up if they give that to if they just randomly have a Metal Morph card that does something really goofy.
Well, Metal Morph cards are just basically a gateway to summon the new Metal Morph monsters, the full armor Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. Which is basically a main deck negate.
Is there a Yu-Gi-Oh card, I actually don't know this, that lets you switch effect abilities on monsters?
Yes, one of Yubel's fusion monsters can replace the opponent's effect with destroy a Yubel card on your field or the hand. Which is the last thing your opponent wants to do, because every time you destroy Yubel, they go into their next form.
Is there a Yu-Gi-Oh card? No.
Also, there's a Dark World fusion I think it's one of the retrains of Grapha that replaces an opponent's card effect with discard a card from your hand. And yeah, no, your opponent does not want you to make you discard Dark Worlds.
Okay, but there's nothing specifically where you can swap two monster effects with one another.
No, because that would probably cause so many judge calls.
I mean, there was a card that let you imitate monster effects, and at one point it was pretty bad, and then it got really fucking broken at some point. I don't remember what the name of it was.
100 Eyes Dragon, which I think had to have its name respelled so it wouldn't accidentally be a Red Eyes card.
That's funny.
And it was fucking broken. I remember that. Because of that little quirk.
I love that was not even, like, the guy who used it in the anime's boss monster. He used Coco Pack-a-Poo. He just used, basically, a glorified Blue-Eyed Tooth Dragon as his ace monster. And not that fucking thing.
Dude, banned Yu-Gi-Oh cards are so funny.
I think my favorite ban in all of history is self-destruct button, because people were being an asshole with it.
Well, I mean, how do you use it without being one? Like, there's just no way.
I straight up was. I'm not even gonna lie. I straight up used that thing like that.
Like,
it's funny! Alright, here we go. Super Ninja Land.
I used that in my Gravekeeper deck.
That is a random tech card. Oh, you blew up my Necro Valley, huh? Time to be an even bigger dick.
Yes.
What's the cute hack?
I need to pull up Yu-Gi-Oh! On Steam again.
Oh, look at him go, dude!
Do that.
It kind of looks like Kirby's Dream Land 3 a little.
Yeah, I see it. Good slide.
Also, Swords of Revealing Light being on the ban list is funny because we didn't have a lot of back row removal back then, so imagine both players running 3 Swords of Revealing Lights and how long games would go.
I will end your life 3 turns from now. He's like, not if I do this. I will end your life 6 turns from now.
I like Victory Dragon being banned because it's like, well, they're just gonna surrender. So there's just no point.
All it does is just make the record books really ugly, and from that point forward, every monster that straight up wins the game from a lethal direct attack has not legal for competitive play written on it.
No, like, somebody might, like, slip up and say, oh, wait, I forgot to surrender.
Well, the point, really, the idea was that, like, it'd be considered kind of unsportsmanlike, or at least, like...
It just makes everything just really stupid and unfun. Also, speaking of Kirby Dream Land 3...
Oh yeah, it looks like if you hit the turn blocks in this game, they turn into throw blocks that you can grab. That's interesting. I've never seen that in a Mario World hack. That's an interesting fucking change.
So I'm sitting here thinking that the only way I can make a Kaizo version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just unban the cards. That's literally the only thing I can
Your opponent has Pot of Greed, you do not? Your opponent has a Tearlaments deck, but they also have all of the Exodia cards?
Oh wow, finally Exodia Necros is summonable.
Anybody ever try that shit with, like, a Tearlaments thing? Where they, like, kept milling cards and had all 5 pieces of Exodia in their deck? I'm sure somebody has to have tried that.
You need the Exodia pieces in your hand, is the problem.
Well, yeah. But if you keep milling them, surely you'll get that, right?
And your options are kind of shitty. I think the only good option is Dark Factory of Mass Production, which can't target the Exodia core.
Exodia was definitely a lot more viable when Pot of Greed was allowed, I'll say that.
It was a lot more viable when when the game didn't have a ban list yet. And then Konami's like, oh fuck, everyone's just playing 3 of every Exodia, 3 Raigekis, 3 Dark Holes, 3 Pots of Greed.
Yep.
That was a time, yeah.
Yeah, that was godlike. That was the purity of man right there. That's all I'm gonna say. That was... Huh!
Also, we're making fun of Vert Anaconda. What about Crystron Halkifabrax?
Well, that motherfucker is broken, dude.
Which is the synchro equivalent to Vert Anaconda.
Yeah, it got banned for literally being too fucking consistent. Like, in terms of, like, enabling a fucked up game state, right?
There are some fucks. Like, a bunch of synchro monsters had to get banned at first before they're finally like, alright, we're gonna ban Halkifabrax.
Then they ended up unbanning all the other synchro monsters. There was one point where the Toad deck was really fucked. That was when they had, what was it? Substitoad. Substitoad and fucking Ronin Toad, and it was like, alright, time to infinitely spawn cards. And
I mean, of course a Konami product is a frog threat.
It's true.
I think my favorite thing about the Frog archetype is they had to change Frog the Jam's name.
And frogs are still alright, aren't they?
Yeah, they are still rogue. Sometimes you just can't play around the totally awesome.
Yeah, that is one of the most fucking broken cards that's still legal, from what I remember.
I love totally awesome.
Because it's like, what does it do again? It's very fucked up.
You basically get to steal your opponent's cards. Your opponent has to basically bait the thing.
And if the thing never comes, they're making all these plays for nothing and you fuck them over. And if they don't bait it, you're like, oh.
Not only that, during the standby phase, you can also remove a material to special summon a frog, so you could just make another.
Yeah, it's a fucking really crazy monster from what I remember. It was extremely strong when it first came out and still is.
It's kind of amazing that that's the boss monster of my Plunder Patrol deck and not any of the pirate ships.
No, it's the fucking little frogs, the little guys. They're just little guys having fun. As it would turn out, Cliff Anderson is also just a little guy.
This is true. This is actually factual.
I think Cliff Anderson is best represented by Tenpai Dragons.
What is that?
It's what Blue Eyes White Dragon wishes it could be. Tenpai Dragons is pretty much break your opponent's board and beat the ever-loving fuck out of them, and they can only do things about it during the battle step. Which is what most decks are not prepared to do. They're prepared to answer you before the battle step.
So is this a good deck?
Yeah. It is, I think, like tier 2 or tier 1.
Wow. That sounds pretty funny.
I just love the play patterns too, because their boss monsters are basically, they attack multiple times in a turn. You are literally just punching your opponent in the face over and over and over until they stop moving and breathing.
That sounds like a really funny archetype.
It is.
Very corny, but very entertaining.
I mean, sometimes it's just satisfying to just fuck you. I'm going to beat you until you stop thrashing.
I declared attack. I declared attack. I declared attack.
I'm going to dig my thumbs into your eyes and smash your head against the floor over and over, and I don't know when I'm going to stop. People are side decking Threatening Roar because of that deck, and that is just what a timeline.
It's a cute hack, I gotta say.
Yeah, I always like the Dreamland 3 aesthetic.
They should do another one of those.
They did. They did a few. It was Kirby's Epic Yarn, there was Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yoshi's Woolly World is not a Kirby game, though.
No, but, you know, it's the same kind of visual as, like, you know, Peel, I would say.
One's pastel, one's yarn.
Yeah, but, like, they give me the same kind of vibes. Like, not,
Yeah.
something doesn't have to be the exact same to give me a similar vibe, you know?
But I want pastel yarn.
Well, you can have one or the other.
Wait,
PD Piranha!
it's him!
Hey, Petey!
He's so tiny.
He's dead.
What a boss.
I feel like we're gonna hear a lot of Kirby music in this hack.
According to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, oh hey, my Blue Eyes won a regional. Go Blue Eyes. Ryzeals, White Forest, Ryzeals, Fiendsmith, Ubel, Ryzeal.
Or a D.
Any Tenpai Dragons?
Not on the front page. Malice, more Malice. Fiendsmith plus X. Oh hey, there's more Blue Eyes than I thought. I guess somebody found the sauce.
Yo! Blue Eyes finally entering its Street Fighter 6 Ken arc.
Apparently Primite helps Blue Eyes a lot, I guess. Which is a archetype that's basically like, pick your favorite vanilla monster. It is now your very own engine piece.
Finally, Celtic Guardian.
Hey, you can do it probably, I'm sure.
There was actually a card that like made it sound like Celtic Guardian was going to be an archetype, and they never followed it up.
Darn.
That is disappointing.
Oh, it is nice to see like a Dogmatica win a tournament in this day and age.
What is Dogmatica?
It was part of the Aldaz stuff several years back. Lots of Ryzeals, lots of Fiendsmiths.
Oh, is Ryzeal like the new thing?
Yeah.
What does it do?
You play a card. You do everything.
You know, I like it when the top tiers are simple, and that's pretty simple. Here's a card, it fucks your mom. Have a good day.
Oh my god.
Basically, Ryzeal's an archetype of just one card combos so that you can just put in all the hand traps you could ever want.
Well, unfortunately, Maxi is not legal, so you can't have that great idea happening. Or maybe fortunately Maxi is not legal. I don't know. Do you like Maxi? How do you feel about Maxi?
Fuck Maxi. I think solving a problem with a card that in itself is a problem is kind of counterintuitive.
Oh, Maxi is still legal in Master Duel, and I think it's fun there.
Well, Master Duel is kind of a different meta. Like,
Well, I know in the
since you
OCG, Maxi is also legal. From what I remember.
Yeah.
'Cause I think
Yeah.
they kind of hate combo decks in the OCG.
they like more grindier control games in the OCG, and the ban list reflects that more. But like Max C, I guess, is more excusable in Master Duel because there's no side decking. Like, they're games of one instead of best 2 of 3.
Still one of the funniest cards ever. I think it might be the most broken Yu-Gi-Oh card ever, actually, when I think about, like, game states. It's hard to think of a card that, like, has had a longer conversation of legality than Maxi.
So, according to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, Ryzeal makes up 37.8% of the meta. Malice takes up 23.4% of the meta. Mitsurugi takes 9.4% of the meta. Tenpai is 3.7%, and White Forest is 3.2%.
So is Yubel, the Malice one, or...?
No, Malice is a different thing.
So, like, okay. What... Does Yubel even do anything, or is that just like a card you throw into other decks?
Yubel on its own is fine, but it's definitely at its best when you throw it into Fire Kings or Fiendsmiths.
So Tenpai Dragons are like pretty good. They're like 3% of the active meta, which is not bad.
Yeah. Also, Yubel eats Tenpai Dragons for breakfast. Because their whole thing is break boards and attack into people. Guess what Yubel wants you to do? Break their board and attack into them?
Yeah, so it's like a very direct counter.
Yeah. Yubel Ultimate Nightmare is just like, yeah, by all means, swing into me, see what happens.
Like, surely it would be something good.
Like, the shared effect among all Yubel forms is the damage that the battle damage you would take from attacks involving Yubel monsters is dealt to your opponents instead. And Yubel cannot be destroyed by battle.
That's still like my favorite like Yu-Gi-Oh play I've ever seen was somebody like milling cards to get to a card that says coin flip. If you win the coin flip, you win the duel. And then they won the coin flip and like OTK'd with the... This the most fucking stupid shit I've ever seen. Like, yep, I'm setting up all this to like 50-50.
That kind of reminds me of that clip that M had when they were just doing random...
I think that's where I saw it, yeah.
Oh yeah, that must have been M's clip. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was like, you know what cards those were specifically, right?
It was that Time Wizard retrain.
It's just like, yeah, you flip a coin, and then if you win, you win the whole fucking duel. Like, what? How would anybody set up a deck to fucking? It's so good. Yu-Gi-Oh players are fucked in the head, man.
I know. Oh. And speaking of cards that are problems that are designed to solve a problem and are probably never ever going to leave the ban list, Mystic Mine.
Oh my god, dude, Mystic Mine? That one is a big ass meme. Cause that one... What does that one do again? I remember it being really crazy.
If the player who has more monsters than the other cannot attack with their monsters and their monster effects are negated.
Oh yeah. So then one person would like basically wipe their entire board from all the graveyard and then be like Mystic Mine.
Mystic Mine, and then wait to win either by drawing Exodia or by killing them with Wave Motion Cannon.
I love that like Mystic Mine made Exodia good. Cause the other person just can't fucking do anything. You're just pulling cards, they're like, oh good. How long did it take Mystic Mine to get banned? It was not long. I know that.
It was long. It took years for Mystic Mine to
Really?
get banned. There are urban legends that there are
Urban legends.
that there were like card shops in Japan that ban Mystic Mine just because it makes games go on for too long.
Dude, it is so funny.
Fucking, who was it? Who was that? Which one was it? Mark Rosewater. One of the Magic the Gathering head designers saw that card and was like, you know what? If I lost to this card, I'd tweet about it too.
Ah. Dude, it's
Gavin Verhey. That was it. Not Mark Rosewater. That was Gavin Verhey. He was like, when I saw Mystic Mine trending, I thought they just found some new cave. Now it turns out it's this card, and if I lost to it, I'd tweet about it too.
Yeah, I mean, I think all Yu-Gi-Oh needs is some good spellologists to counter that Mystic Mine card.
I agree.
Alright, Canada, give us those cave wizards to balance our Yu-Gi-Oh meta.
Dude, Mystic Mine is just the fucking pause button. Just stop playing. It's like, okay guys, I guess we will.
It's like activating the slow-mo mode from Samurai Showdown 5. And the EC, your opponent either scoops or you fire off the Wave Motion Cannon. I think most people just scoop if they can't out the Mystic Mine so the opponent doesn't get information on their deck.
I understand.
You know there's a huge difference in player culture when Appaloosa is banned in the TCG but unlimited in the OCG.
Mystic Mine is banned in both. They were like, you know what? Even the OCG players like, holy fuck, never...
Yeah.
The best way to use mine wasn't even building a whole deck around it, you just play it going second. Yeah, exactly! So you'd actually want to go, like, second in the duel, right? If you had Mystic Mine.
It is one of the few times going second is great.
Because it's like, oh, they did all that summoning, huh? Well, guess what? I got Mystic Mine. Dude, it's so fucking dumb. Oh.
I also love cards that are like pack filler at first, but become fucked up in retrospect.
What the fuck was it? I think there was the Ginny guy, the ritual monster that was initially really bad, and then like some other card came out, and it's like, oh wait, this guy's actually fucked beyond belief now. Was it Ginny? Something of I don't remember what it was.
Jin, releaser of rituals. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because ritual summons were really ass for a long time.
And then
like
Necros happened.
And then Necros happened, and it was like, oh wait, what the fuck? This card is broken.
Because it's basically, if a player ritual summons with it, the other player cannot special summon while the ritual monster is face up on the field.
So good luck with that.
So imagine this with Voiceless Voice. Like, yeah, Voiceless Voice being annoying as is. Imagine that Skull Guardian retrain being fucking summoned using Jin, releaser of rituals. What do you do about that?
Well, Fry is an option.
But it's like the token ones are really funny because of Link summoning. Scapegoat and Dandelion are just fucking problems thanks to Link summoning.
Oh, Dandelion. It's such a shame that it couldn't just be a meta card with that card art.
I'm going to link Dandelion away into Almirage. I will link one of the tokens into Link Spider. I'll link another token into Imduk. Access code Talker.
My turn is still going. By the way, I've won. Level Eater! Oh, dude!
Oh god, Level Eater. That is the ultimate damn you hindsight card.
Oh, yeah. Remember hearing about that and going, uh-oh.
Fishboard Blaster is another one that definitely became fucked up in hindsight.
It is just really funny when, like, completely ass cards just become, like, God for that. It's like, you know what that reminds me of? There's a Pokemon equivalent. And it's when they gave Bidoof Moody. Or B-Barrel, rather, had it as well. And then they were like, well, surely Bidoof could be legal in Ubers. And it would just substitute into an acupuncture. And then just keep it innovation. Oh my god, it was so funny.
I just love the fucking concept of, like, and Mewtwo not being able to do anything about a fucking Bidoof.
Oh.
Rayquaza used Dragon Ascent. Dragon Ascent missed.
It would sweep! It would get enough stat boost to sweep! It's like actually fucking crazy.
Imagine Dialga being one-shot by a Bidoof return.
Oh.
Imagine Kirim White not being able to put a dent in Bidoof.
Now what I will say, shoutouts to Pot of Greed for getting like retrains that are still very strong, but fairly reasonable.
It says a lot about how good a +1 is when people are more than willing to deal with drawbacks like banish 6 random cards face down from your extra deck, or banish the top 10 cards of your library.
Yeah, and it's still good to do that. Like genuinely, it is a good play.
That is how important a +1 is.
Because they're like, well, clearly people want to be able to say I pull Pot of Greed, even though they can't, like, technically say that. So why don't we give them, like, a retrain that makes sense? And then they gave him a couple, right? It was, like, Pot of Extravagance and Pot of something else.
We have Pot of Extravagance, Pot of Prosperity, and Pot of Desires.
Oh my god, Dynamax was just broken. That was just... oh my goodness. Although, Terra types had a very interesting effect on random Pokemon like Regieleki.
It created a timeline, like Dynamaxing, in which people unironically put Aerial Ace on their Pokemon.
Dude, Regieleki being like, alright, Terra Ice Bolt Beam and doing like 1,000,000 damage you couldn't resist.
And were always outsped by.
Yep.
And you couldn't just Thunder Wave because electric type.
Yes! Everything is... It's all coming up beautiful. Well, the problem with Terra type that made that so fucked is that it doesn't get rid of your existing stab. Which is really crazy, because you could be like Regieleki was a mono-electric type. With, like, very, very good, like, move pool, because you got Bolt Beam, and then you get, like, that coverage on top of stab on both Ice Beam and Thunder Beam. Which is fucking crazy. Well, the blocks respawn, that's cute.
I think my favorite example of Terra has to be Articuno doubling down on ice and using nothing but ice moves.
Oh yeah, that's actually still good in VGC if I'm not mistaken, just because of Snowcloak.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Articuno does Blizzard, and it clicks Blizzard, and whatever it hits just dies instantly. It's just, you are dead as fuck. You are so dead.
It's like harkening back to pre-special split in Gen 1 when Articuno's Blizzard was the strongest special attack in the game. And why Articuno has a niche in RBYOU.
Terra Extreme Speed? Oh yeah, that shit hurts. On Arceus? Ow. I know, like, on Arceus normal, if you do Terra Extreme Speed, it's like... Goodbye. Whatever I'm hitting, it's probably dead. Could you imagine that shit on fucking Giga Impact slacking? You have neutralizing gas, and then you just Terra normal slacking? Wait, hold on.
I am terrified to imagine Ubers in Gen 9.
Dude. Well, they had to ban Miraidon, because that Pokemon was like, oh, guess what? I come in with plus fucking 5 more billion special attack, and then this move... Oh my... Miraidon actually might have been more broken than Zacian, which is crazy. I think...
I don't think anything will ever be as fucked up as Gen 1 Mewtwo, because it's like... At least Mega Rayquaza, at least Miraidon, and at least Zacian had weaknesses.
Yeah, Gen 1 Mewtwo was pretty cracked.
Also, they didn't have like 20% chances to do critical hits. Because somebody in Gen 1 thought it was a good idea to tie critical hit rate to speed.
Yo, Metroid?
Yep.
It do be a Metroid.
So do you have to go into wolf form and swim to the top of these water ceilings to get the map tiles?
No.
You know, the more I look at it, the more it does start, like, this reminds me of K-Story, the graphics.
I could see that.
Shout out to Metroid. Shout out to that tie-in.
Yeah, very funny.
I don't think any Yu-Gi-Oh! Card banning, though, will be as funny as the Magic the Gathering ones. There are Magic the Gathering cards that are banned because the cards themselves require you to actually either rip up or throw the card.
Yep.
Or stars.
That also affects other players' games, even if they're not participating in your game.
I think legally that would not affect them in a tournament. Unless it was like house rules in an un-game. Because there are un-cards that interact with other games.
Hyper Beam not recharging on KO is actually legit. I kind of wish that was a thing.
I mean, there's still risk to using Hyper Beam, so why not?
Yeah, like normal's one of the few types with like a strict immunity. And there's a decent amount of types that resist it. But I do just think it would be really funny to have Terra normal hyper beam slacking.
I miss Return.
Dude, do you really want to imagine Terra normal return?
Yes.
That'd be so fucking funny. Reggie Gigas Reggie Gigas with neutralizing gas comes in. Terra normal return. What's dying?
Yes.
Everything, right? It has to be everything.
Yes. Unless it's a ghost. I mean, ghosts are one of the strongest types in the game. There's still risk to it. I just want to imagine them bringing back Mega Evolutions with Terra and having Return so we can have Mega Kangaskhan do Parental Bond Terra Normal Return.
You are a mad lad.
Oi.
Also, they have to undo the Parental Bond nerf in Gen 7.
My statement still stands.
I'm just a madder lad. I remember that one time you were like, I wish status conditions like stacked, and I'm just like,
I still do.
Look, I'm proud of you, but also never ever bring up a possibility of somebody being burned and paralyzed again.
Nah, see, I like to be more evil. Poison is sleep.
I still think burn and paralysis at the same time is worse.
Burning
I mean, you're
confusion at
right.
the same time? Oh man. I think it can already happen, can't it?
Yes, because confusion is not a full-on status. Curse, confusion, and attraction are the semi-statuses. And I guess disabled can be considered a semi-status.
Basically, Legends Arceus uses FFX timeline for turns, and Hyper Beam only delays the next turn, but less so or not at all if you KO with it. Ah.
See, that's why Legends Arceus is one of the highest rated Pokemon games.
Yeah, Hyper Beam recharge. While they're at it, get rid of the Fairy type. We're too far in to do that now, but
I'm fine with the Fairy type.
I hate it. You know, me personally... So, listen, right? Remember how you talked about how it wouldn't be a good idea to introduce something that's just really broken because there's a problem in the metagame? That's how I feel with how they did Fairy type to counterbalance Dragon type. Because it didn't really do anything except make a bunch of other types worse. With the sole exception of Poison. And even then, Poison type Pokemon are not desirable, Poison moves are. So like...
Poison's a good defensive typing.
The
The problem is most Poison Pokemon are assigned to Jobber Rocket, Team Rocket Grunts. So they intentionally make them low stats so that you can body them easily. And then you have a Alolan Muck, which is like, yeah, Poison can kind of rule.
That's RU now. Back, why don't I go look at... Let me go look at all the Poison types in OU. Let's see, hold on. To make my point. Because I want to. Let's see here. Is this newest gen? Yes. First point. Alright, we got... Oh, Iron Moth! Which I'm pretty sure is there because it is an offensive Pokemon. Oh, Galarian Slowking. There it is, there's one. Yep, that's it. Boy, that Fairy type sure is adding value to that. Sorry, I just really think Fairy is a blatantly broken typing that shouldn't exist.
I feel if any type right now is top tier, it's Ghost, but not obnoxiously slow.
No, Ghost is fine the way it is.
It's like not obnoxiously like OP, but like You can see why ghosts get used a lot in OU.
Because I would argue, like, the best typing in the game is Fairy. Like...
I feel like some of Fairy's problems, too, is on top of the limited selection of poison Pokemon, we can't have all Pokemon in a single game anymore. So that makes the selection even less.
Well, yeah. And, like, Fairy as a typing adds an insane amount of value. Because you are immune to Dragon. Which is just like...
I don't see Fairy as a type inherently busted. I see it's more of a competitive climate issue.
I think it is inherently busted. For all the things that it's super effective... Hold on, let me go look in... Hold on. I need to...
Also, Moonblast having a 30% chance to lower special attacks is excessive. You nerfed Psychic for doing that in Gen 1.
Yeah, Fairy has 2 weaknesses, 3 resistances that are all really good. And then a fucking immunity to one of the best attacking types of the game. Like, that's fucking stupid.
I feel like Dragon needed more risk to using Outrage.
Yes, but...
Have you seen Gen 5? It needed, like, a perfect switch in for that bullshit. And no, Steel type doesn't count because there's this wonderful Pokemon named Magnezone.
Look, I'm just saying that they could have totally made another type or two resist Dragon instead of adding Fairy, and it probably wouldn't have bothered me. But, like, the Fairy typing is just, like, blatantly one of the best types in the game, if not the best. Because it has, like, no significant drawbacks.
Well, its drawbacks are also kind of undermined by how they absolutely insist on Steel types not having much of an offensive presence without sucking.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is that, like, when you think about the weaknesses of Fairy, all 2 of them, I should note, 2, one of them is, like, Steel. Like, what the fuck are you, like, this... Okay?
I mean...
When, like, half of the Steel-type Pokemon that are good are fucking walls, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like...
Again, it's, to me, more of a climate issue than an inherent issue. Like, if they stop making poison types jobbers, that would go a long way to fixing it.
Oh, they did, and then the poison types were too good. See, Sneasler for more details on this fantastic choice.
Well, Paradox Pokemon in general were like, what the fuck?
Well, Iron Moth is legal.
Who came up with Fluttermane? Who thought, you know what VGC needed? Mewtwo, but legal and better.
I mean, who came up with Iron Bundle? Do you know what Delibird needed to be? God.
You gotta admit, though, that move is both powerful and very attractive.
No, it is very funny. I think it's hilarious. But me, myself, I would give Fairy 1 or 2 more weaknesses. That would be my choice.
Yeah, let's see. What
Bug.
would be a type that...
Bug. Make it weak to Bug.
Bug. I agree, yeah, Bug. Definitely.
I
Bug
think
is a good type on paper, it's just, again, climate issue.
if Fairy resists Bug right now, fuck that. Turn that around. Give it 2 resistances and a Dragon immunity. It will still be a good defensive type. But, like, Bug-type Pokemon are quite good, actually. As it turns out now.
Bug is good on paper. It's just, a lot of the times they give Bug to Route 1 trash.
Bug is a very bad type on its own. But it pairs really well with other types.
What if you add Steel to that Bug type, huh?
Yeah, Steel.
Exactly.
Water. Water Bug is an extremely good type.
Yeah.
Which is why Araquanid right now is OU.
I love that to death.
That Pokemon's ability is so funny. This Pokemon's water power is 2 times. It cannot be burned. So it has double stab, and it just fucking... It comes in, and it fucking hits you with, like, liquidation, and you fucking die. If you don't resist it, you just die. And if you don't die, it drops your defense by one stage. So then you definitely will die.
Yeah. I think, like, another type that is the opposite of broken and needs help is grass.
Yeah, funny enough, ice type is actually quite good now.
Yeah, I think right now, kind of the ugly ducklings of the type wheel to me are probably grass and psychic and rock.
I think rock is fine. Rock, of those three, is probably the best of them. Strictly because, like, rock still has a pretty okay defensive profile. Even if it's not great, it's okay. And it's got a good set of, like, offensive things. And, you know, you can't do much better than Rock Slide in VGC. You really can't.
Yeah. I guess in terms of VGC, rock is actually acceptable, but, like, psychic and grass, I think...
Psychic is so shit, dude.
On all fronts, those two types need help.
Because ice, they did the one thing they needed to do with ice, which was give it a weather thing that mattered, which was, instead of hail, it's, what is it now, snow. And with the whole thing where, what does it boost, physical defense, or is it special? I think it's physical, right?
Physical.
Which is a big deal, because a lot of ice's weaknesses are on the physical side.
And then there's the move Aurora Veil that can be done while snow is active, which basically is a double light both reflect and light screen at the same time.
Yeah, dual screens in one move, very good. But like even without that, like just the addition of a weather type that you can put on more teams, like it's basically like better Sandstorm. Like it is straight up just better. Because while it doesn't do chip damage, it still like has a good presence on the field. It doesn't chip your own Pokemon too, which is a big problem with Hail. Is that like the only Pokemon safe in Hail were ice types, whereas like ground typing is just a better type.
And also, Steel were immune to the chip
Yeah,
damage too.
Steel
which is
and
a type that
yeah.
every team would use. It's like, yeah, they have a good way to remember which one is which is Sand raises Rock type special defense, Snow raises Ice type physical defense.
But yeah, Snow was like an amazing change. That on its own basically made Ice Pokemon way better.
Thank you, Legends Arceus.
So now Ice is a typing that I think is perfectly fine. It's kind of like in the middle now. And
yeah, mid-tier.
And it's just an amazing offensive type to this day.
It is actually finally a valid high-risk, high-reward type.
It hasn't been that since like Gen 1, because I think in Gen 1 it was that as well.
Yeah, Gen 1 it was really good. You had Pokemon like Articuno and Lapras, and I hate to admit this, but Jinx.
Fighting type is also pretty decent still. That type was very bad for a while, but I think in Gen 5 it got better.
Gen 2 it was fine, because, like, they gave it a lot, they made it more, like, meta-relevant, because they introduced dark types. Tyranitar counts as a dark type.
Yeah, Tyranitar, yeah. Who is
Snorlax
still in
also
UU,
counts
by
as
the
a dark
way.
type.
Which is good.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's still just weird to think about, considering how long Tyranitar has been an OU mainstay.
If you got rid of Terra, it would be an OU again.
Well, Tyranitar is good news coming for it come Gen 10.
Because, like, I think, like, the real reason that Tyranitar is in UU and not OU is just that it can't do much with Terra. It's really not flexible there. But it's a very good Pokemon in UU. Which, you know, if you're gonna fall after all these years, going down one is not bad.
Yeah. It's still amazing to me that it was top 1 in Gen 3.
Yeah. You know who's still in
Like-
OU? I bet you he's still there. Let me go find him.
Zapdos.
You knew I was gonna say that. He is! There it is,
Yeah.
dude.
It's amazing that a Gen 1 Pokemon has been consistently OU its entire life.
You know why? You know, it's really funny. I think Gen 8 and Gen 9 would have been the time that it would have fallen off. But then they did one thing that made Zapdos like the longevity is forever now. They gave it fucking boots. And now you gotta hold that. You gotta hold that because Zapdos comes in with like one of the best defensive typings of all time, which The only real drawback is the Stealth Rock weakness, but it comes in with boots, so that doesn't matter anymore. And then what it does is it uses Roost, and it loses its flying typing. So now about half of the things you might have been doing to hit it super effectively don't work, and it's healing, and then it's going to pivot. With one of its... With, what is it, U-turn, or is it... It has Volt Switch too, does it not?
Yes.
It has access to either Volt Switch or U-turn, so it can pick, which is really fucked up. So either way, it's pivoting out, and it's gonna start that process all over again while it chips away at you. It's fucked up.
I love too that you would think that its Gen 1 stats would go against it, because Gen 1 stats are relatively balanced because they were designed around stat experience rather than IVs.
Well, the big thing with its Gen 1 stats is that, like, it doesn't really have a bad one on top of having, like, an amazing defensive profile, and then it also has 125 special attack, which is still good.
Yeah.
So it's like, it has Gen 1 stats, but, like, it's on a really good typing.
It is, but the Gen 1 stats also means that it is bulkier than it has any right to be.
Yep, because that's the one thing about Gen 1 Pokemon, they have really good bulk, generally. If they're one of the fully evolved pseudo-legendaries or like just Pokemon with like a high BST in Gen 1, they usually have like good HP and good defensive stats on both sides. Because this is, you know, this is the era where like a lot of the BSTs and stat totals in Gen 1 I feel are actually not that different across Pokemon. Like the stat totals are, but like the actual like numbers are weirdly like evenly distributed.
Yeah.
So you get situations where, like, what is Hitmonlee's special defense? You're not gonna believe it, like 120 for some reason, because Gen 1 stats. So, like... Oh yeah, Gengar. If Gengar had Levitate, it would still be an OU.
Yeah. I can't believe they did that to my boy.
Well, I mean, it makes sense he's not levitating. It's just really unfortunate. Gee, I wonder, hold on. Let me check on this one guy. I need to know something. Is he in this game? He is not. I was gonna look into Nidoking, but... He was OU last gen, though.
Yep. You love to see it.
I mean, Nidoking is just like, yeah, so we gave a Gen 1 Pokemon Sheer Force. And a weirdly good typing, because I think Ground Poison is actually quite good.
It is so funny to see Nidoking be as good as it was in the speed runs of Red and Blue.
It's just always been a good Pokemon, really.
I mean, Gen 2, Nidoqueen was OU.
Wait, hold on, I think we're default small. Yep, we are. Let's go! We have the small Mario hitbox all the time.
So, this was basically no Yoshis beyond that point.
This is a Mario game for lazy people that don't want to crouch jump everywhere. So not me, but for people that aren't me, I can enjoy this Mario hack.
Okay, I'm lazy then.
I crouch jumped again. It was out of habit. Oh fuck. But yeah, what else? King Gambit, I mean, yeah.
God.
That definitely did not help Tyranitar, but I mean, like... Even with Great Tusk, it's like... It's just the Terra does not do anything for Tyranitar, but it makes it a lot worse. Because, I mean, like, good types to check Tyranitar and good Pokemon that, like, give it a hard time have always existed. But, like... Terra type... is, like, something that you have to be able to use. And Tyranitar can't do it. Because, like, Tyranitar had a bunch of counters in every other Gen 2. Like... I don't feel like it's uniquely high in that regard, but it's just like it does not add much to a team. Like, losing Pursuit was also a big deal.
I still am upset that that's not a move anymore.
If they bring Pursuit back, Alolan Muck will actually be OU again. That was the best trapper of all time. You couldn't do anything. Oh, come and hit it with his weakness, and then like you comes in, it's like, oh, if I'm weak to Dark Tap, I'm so over. But
Had a fucking niche in Ubers because of all things it can check Mewtwo.
well, yeah, because Mewtwo can't do anything about it.
Like, unless it turns into Mewtwo X, yeah, it can't.
Like and you can't switch out either because it's just click pursuit and kill you in one hit. So goodbye.
Remember, it's Gen 1, where Muck was a jobber and Mewtwo was the original broken piece of shit. Like, how the tables turn in that matchup, you'd love to see it. Also, just anytime a poison Pokemon is threatening fills my heart with joy, because poison and ghost are my favorite types.
Well, you would love Sneasler then. Holy fuck,
Oh,
that
do
Pokemon was broken. Holy fuck. That thing is insane. It's kind of crazy that Cleavor ended up being such a disappointment. You have a fucking move that physically attacks and sets Stealth Rock. You'd think, like, there's no way.
Unfortunately, Sui and Samurott did that better. Well, that was Spikes that Sui and Samurott set.
Yeah, but like it set spikes, but it's also just a better Pokemon. So it's like, well, you get more value out of it.
Also, considering how awesome Samurott is, you love to see it.
What else? Oh, the Cobalion Paradox Pokemon that everybody wrote off, and then like it's the only one that people use of those now. Like, oh, Iron Crown sucks, and it's like, wait, no, Tachyon Cutter is actually the fucking greatest move of all time.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, wait. We hate Glamora as a lead. Well, guess what? Do I have news for you? Nothing it does matters. Tachyon Cutter will fuck it.
Hey, did you miss the days when Lucario was an OU? Well, we have a new Pokemon for you.
Because you know how Tachyon Cutter works really well, right? Because of, there's two things about it. For one, it's a 2-hit move, so any Pokemon with Sturdy, if they're weak to it, they can't survive.
Also, Subbreaker.
Yep. But the big thing is that it's a special move. So Glamora's ability of, like, setting a hazard when you hit it with a physical move doesn't work. And it's super effective against it. So it literally just, like, shuts down lead Glamora with Tachyon Cutter alone. Which is crazy value on just one Pokemon slot. Because then it's got a bunch of other moves that it can put on there, all three. But it's crazy, everybody wrote it off. They're like, well, this thing's gonna suck. And Iron Boulder is gonna be broken. And then, no. Iron Boulder is what? Like, are you BL or something?
You can't just judge it. You can't judge a Pokemon by its cover.
UUBL. And then Iron Crown is like a classic, really good defensive typing as well. Steel Psychic is a very good typing. And you put a Salt Vest on it, and you just go to town. It also uses Future Sight, which is pretty uncommon. But because it's so bulky...
It's bulky enough to just casually set it up, and it's like, oh, switching in's not much of an option because that's gonna hit the thing I switch in. Fuck.
Yeah. Chrono Trigger music.
Now, if only they gave that thing Doom Desire just to be an asshole.
Oh, I get it.
That same composer did the soundtrack for Graffiti Kingdom. Melly found that during our Graffiti Kingdom stream.
That's
that
so
blew
cool.
my mind.
It's like hearing the Dark Souls composer did the music for Ernest Evans. It's one of the greatest things. Which is why I've said you cannot call it a Belmont build, it is an Ernest Evans build if you're using the whip.
Okay, when I stream Dark Souls with you, I'll do the Ernest Evans build.
You gotta make him look like Ernest Evans too.
Yeah.
And like play the soundtrack instead of the Dark Souls music. Just have the Ernest Evans soundtrack. For each different level.
It has to be the Sega CD soundtrack.
Yeah, that shit's a banger.
It is. It is unironically a banger. Which is why it has to be that soundtrack. I mean, I can't think of a single Sega CD game with, like, a bad soundtrack.
Does
they
Night Trap
really-
count?
Does Night Trap count as video games?
Yeah, it's a video game. It's a video game you can play.
Oh, then there's what's that other one?
I just feel like with Sega CD, they really, really wanted to like make an impression with Redbook.
Night Trap is the original FNAF. So true.
I mean, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
cursed. That is
Yeah.
cursed. I have to live with that cursed ass knowledge for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
it's true.
It
I
is.
Part
know,
that makes
I-
it kind of upsetting, but it is true.
I am so mad that that's not wrong.
Which means you have to
Jaws.
recommend, like, Night Trap to anybody you know that likes Five Nights at Freddy's. Because, you know, you might like the Sega CD game.
Okay, so I guess my second niece twice removed.
Great game for the voyeurism genre.
Voyeurism genre. With other great games like Silent Hill for the Room. Cloudy Way.
Hisui and Arcanine was also apparently good in VGC.
Anytime something pertaining to Arcanine Excellent is great. That was my brother's favorite Pokemon when he was a kid, so...
Dude, Arcanine, from what I remember, took a while to get bad in Pokemon. It was actually pretty decent for a lot of Pokemon's life. Because it just has,
Well,
like, stats, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's
in
just
Gen 1,
it's a mono type of a pretty good type. Fire type is like a respectably solid typing, and then Arcanine just had basically no bad stat, so you can kind of do a lot with it.
It's just that in Gen 1, fire types didn't really have good targets.
The Arcanine right now. EU, yeah, makes sense. But you know,
Is that what you type in 9 right now?
Arcanine. See, it was UU until Gen 7, which is pretty impressive, really.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
it
looking at the viability rankings right now. I am happy that Kyurem hasn't been banned yet. I love it when my boy Kyurem shines.
You know, Kyurem had a ban that was rigged, which is really funny. Like, Kyurem
I know that.
does have that piece of amazing trivia. The first time in history that has ever happened, to their knowledge, which is hilarious, that it was Kyurem.
They tried to bury my boy Kyurem.
Well, who knew that all you had to do with Kyurem was give it good moves?
And also a pair of dice.
Oh, yeah. Well, Icicle Spear, by that proxy, is a very good move.
It fills the hole that Mega Heracross not being a thing anymore left in my soul.
And Kyurem Black is apparently pretty good at Ubers.
Yep, they gave it good moves.
Because it was OU for the longest time because its move pool was just so bad it was a special attacker with fucked up stats, and basically one of the best OU Pokemon of all time because of a fucking insane BST.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, you can't really wall break it easily because it's got like 700 BST and insane attack. So I guess it's just, you know, gonna fuck you up like a slow version of Gen 1 Mewtwo.
Yeah.
And then it got, you know, everything it has now, and they're like, well, I don't think that's gonna be okay in OU. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be fucked up, and they were right.
Yeah.
And now regular Kyurem went from a UU Pokemon, because it was never really bad, it was just kind of whatever, like, decent.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, ow, don't hit me, please, and then it hits you and you die.
Yeah. There's like this thumbnail in one of my recommendeds where I think the thumbnail was just like Kyurem with like choice specs and turn 20 more like turn 2.
Oh yeah, because that shit hurts. That shit hurts, dude.
Yeah.
Kyurem hits hard. Like, really hard.
I love Kyurem and Kyurem Black. Although Kyurem White, its design is too crowded for me, but Kyurem and Kyurem Black they're the boys.
Yeah, I've always thought White looked a little ugly. Black was like a really good update. Black looks like a fucking Digimon, but I like that.
It does,
I like that a lot.
but that's like saying like there's something wrong with looking like a Digimon.
Exactly,
Digimon
right?
has great designs.
Like, looking like a Digimon is a compliment.
I still think my favorite Digimon to this day is Myotismon because it's just a vampire. It's just straight up a vampire, but I love it.
Like, there's a Digimon that's just a poopy. I know everybody talks about it, but, like, they just did that. They just made it a fucking turd.
If you played
listen.
Digimon World 1, it's probably definitely going to make an impression on your childhood because of how fucking hard it is to not have your Digimon evolve into that.
It's true.
Leomon, I love seeing how he dies in each anime.
I have trauma relating to Leomon thanks to all those fanfiction readings.
Where Garurumon?
I mean, at least he can dodge attacks by going through time, according to that one fanfic.
God bless him for that.
Isn't that just Dio?
I mean, what? Do you think it's not okay for the lion person Digimon to have the world? Or King Crimson? Whichever
King
you
Crimson.
prefer.
I still love that, like, I had a friend that was having trouble understanding how King Crimson worked, and I said, you know when you're, like, playing somebody and the connection sucks and it's rollback?
It's decent.
Yeah, it's like when your game rolls back, that's King Crimson. Because what you saw happen didn't really happen. King Crimson is just rollback netcode.
So basically, Araki's just
I
like
hate this enemy so much.
just had a bad connection on Fightcade one day. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna turn this into a stand.
I feel like Vanilla All-Star Battles netcode is a prime example of how King Crimson works. Actually, I think the new one also has netcode that's just as bad.
Well, no, that's delay-based, so it doesn't really simulate rollbacks.
Shout outs to
Big Wheel!
Frame rate in half.
Hi, Trent Reznor.
Big wheel, big wheel, big wheel.
Big wheel. I love that just the face he's making, like he just does not care.
It's the face Trent Reznor makes if you ask him why he doesn't post on Twitter anymore.
Mega Man Zero, isn't it?
Yes.
I just bought that game today.
Awesome.
I was GameStop had like a buy two get one free sale, and literally I saw X12 Battle Network and then Zero Collection. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm buying these three
I
games
was
right
going
here.
to say, oh, they're the collections. I thought you just found the best GameStop in existence and found like the actual cartridges.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I know. If he was paying money for X1 and X2, he probably would have been. I came back and I spent my entire bank account.
Actually, the retro store I went to actually was selling Mega Man X on Super Nintendo for $30.
Wow.
Yeah, that one's super common. It's X3, that's the fucking...
Yeah.
X2 as well. X2 as well. Not as much as 3, because they both had like a custom chip, which meant that they were not produced as much.
Yeah, they
was
were really expensive to produce. And also, X3 was late into the SNES cycle.
Right.
So it's one of the last games that were released on the system, so it kind of has a similar problem to Kirby's Dream Land 3.
But I
Or it's
was
like-
tempted. I saw they had Rockman Soccer not Mega Man Soccer, Rockman Soccer for $20. I'm like, do I really want
Yeah, I
to?
wonder if that game has like Fuck a Blonde Ho in like the...
I think Fuck Up Blonde Ho was for TV commercials and radio advertisements. I don't think it's in the 16-bit... I don't think they use the Red Book chip.
Could you imagine though? That song is actually good, but like...
I still love that that's Dr. Wily's voice actor that is singing along with the guy, so it has so many funny mental images.
Oh my... Oh...
You think he's thinking of the Lion Men when he's singing that?
Was it... That'd be Fuck a Lion-O, not Fuck a Blonde Ho.
But he has to get emotional about it, so he has to think of something.
And I'm pretty sure he's singing the exact lyrics again, but in Japanese, so he's saying that. With a rough
Actually, no.
equivalent.
What he's saying is he's like misunderstanding the English as Japanese phrases.
Well, at one point in the song he is. But like, there are other parts where I believe he's just repeating the lyric in Japanese. Which...
I think the entire, like, notion of the song is some rappers trying to teach Wily English.
Yo, yo, yo.
With common rap phrases like... In New York, here it is, strictly biz. A lot of people here live together because that's how it is. It's the most...
That is a rhyme.
Like, just...
That is the rhyme of all time.
What a fucking bar, that one. Because that's how it is. Thank you. I would never have guessed.
That's like on the same tier list as I'm a mixed up guy with a mental disease.
I don't know, I'm kind of a big fan of School Was Very Hard Gang.
What is that from?
It's this one guy who's just trying to rap over a song and he just could not come up with anything. So he's just like, school was very hard. Gang. He's like, that's the hardest thing you ever heard, right? I don't know, there's also Golden Dogs. Walking around the house. Or Time is Cereal, that's a personal favorite of mine.
So,
I
Yeah.
like the I'm in the house like carpet, if you've heard that one before.
so yeah, in the song, the guy's like, yes I do. And then Wily's voice actor is like, yes I do? Because it sounds like yes I do, which actually is Japanese for, would you like some vegetables?
I mean, he just wants some vegetables, you know.
And I think he also mistakes how are you for salad you? Which is salad oil. And everyone dance now, and Ikimai Gentansuka, which is I buy the closet in front of the station.
Hey T, can you wrap this for me?
To answer your question without even looking at it, no.
Dang it. I mean, that's for the best.
It is! I am glad that you understand that I value my mental health.
Okay, let me try.
And no! No!
I put the pain nut butter and jelly in the ass. I call it hen nut butter and jelly ass sandwich, but you're gonna be calling it line break lunch.
Lunch. Oh, are you kidding me,
You just
bro?
earned $20. If I ever meet you in person, I'm gonna say here's a $20 bill.
SNK, probably Attack on Titan, SNK V22 Agency.
Well,
They
no,
have-
because Attack on Titan I think was after 360, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the 360 still had internet.
Well, you're right. You're right.
And also, they have a 5-star reputation. Probably because their salt messages are really funny. And 650 gamer score.
Listen, Sneak King is very hard, okay?
I think I don't even go for achievements, and I have more gamer score than that. Well, you can be assured I have at least 1,000 because I platinumed Dead Rising 1 because the unlocks were tied to achievements. Also,
Yes.
that flower asshole ate the coins. Fuck you.
Now, why'd you do that to my favorite golfer of all time?
I don't know why the way you said that was really funny to me. That flower asshole ate the coins. Fuck you. Fuck the
You can
motor.
say that was a wonder flower, really.
And fuck that flower. He should die. I wonder if that like quote is immortalized on YouTube somewhere.
I think you could still watch the Cinema Snob review, but that just requires watching anything pertaining to the Cinema Snob.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's the issue. But I'm sure that it's somewhere on the internet by now. Good old violent shit.
One of the three of us gonna get together and do a violent shit marathon.
You know what? When I get my house built, I'm like, all right, the very first movie I'm gonna watch in here.
Okay, why wasn't this song playing when we were talking about Pokemon?
What's this
Because
from?
Pokemon X and Y.
That's probably why I don't recognize it.
X and Y just had potential, but they didn't finish the game.
Note, this is
I just
going
got-
to be a trend in the future.
Yeah.
I'm just
At
upset
least
there was never a Pokemon Z.
Apparently it was probably supposed to be, because that's what Zygarde Complete would have been, and then they just had to, like... They had to,
Yeah.
like, fucking shove it into Sun and Moon somehow, which was still cool, but it felt really just there in that game.
Yeah. Also, there was going to be Az's Floette with the Light of Ruin attack. I don't know if Legends AZ is going to, like, address that or not. I'm also glad the next one's taking place in Kalos because of how dirty it was done.
Unless they changed their mind halfway through, and they cover it up with like, no, this is New Jersey actually.
They're actually gonna change it to just be a spin-off game in which Berg rides up to you in his convertible and you go on a road trip with him and Terno and Colress and Plumeria. It'll be fun.
Would you like Pokemon in, like, the most unassuming, like, whatever place? Like, fucking Pokemon in Vermont or some shit? Like...
You've heard of Pokemon, but how about Pokemon in Utah?
Okay, but, like, the evil Mormon subplot would go kind of hard. What if the Team Rocket of that region was just, like, the Mormon church? Oh, hey, the dungeon that I stopped playing Majora's Mask in.
Nah, that's not bad.
That's too long. Honkshoe.
There are longer dungeons in Ocarina of Time.
There are not. You are actually lying.
No, Ganondorf.
That is not longer. What? You're
So,
smoking crack. You're
I
actually
played
smoking
both-
crack.
No. I won't. No, I think Ganondorf's tower is longer.
Majora's Mask is my favorite entry in the series. Ganondorf's Tower is not longer.
No, it's not.
Mm,
Gyarados Tower takes
I
like
don't
an
know.
hour. I do.
Okay, wait. But you're talking to me.
You would take longer in Stone Tower Temple.
No, I took shorter in Stone Tower Temple than I did Ganon's Tower. Because you want to know why? I never beat Ganon's Tower. That timer's still going.
You have an N64 in the corner of your house that is still on. Every time you moved, you had it like you had the thing plugged to a generator the whole time, so that when you moved, it was still in the tower.
I can tell you Ganon's Tower is not that long. Because I remember going like, oh, it's kind of disappointing that it was over that fast, but you know, I get it. Oh, let's fucking go.
Oh wow.
I love 3D World. Even though I think that game visually is kind of boring. It was still a very good game. Yeah, I said it.
It is.
Very good game.
I don't think that's a controversial opinion.
What, that is visually kind of bland? I mean, it...
No, that you were saying that is good.
Well, yeah. It's a very good game, but I think, like, over the years...
Why did you just say Dara said it?
Well, I mean, like,
Yo.
I don't hear anybody talk about 3D World as, like, a visually uninteresting game, but I think it kind of is.
But you said that after the statement of saying it's good.
I said before.
It looks like a Nintendo game. That's what I'll say. Review its aesthetics as.
Well, yes, but I think, like, as far as Mario games go, it's better than the new Super Mario Brothers games, but that's about it. Like...
It's not Wonder. We can say that for certain.
Not Wonder, it's not Mario
Yeah,
Odyssey.
Wonder's alright. Wonder's alright. It okay.
It's not Wonder, it's not Mario Odyssey, it's not, like,
It's not Super Mario Serotonin.
Melatonin, thank you.
Oh, Melatonin.
Although, that's a good idea for a sequel.
Like, your Mario game is not aesthetically peak if it doesn't have Kraid with a detective hat smoking a blunt.
That was crazy.
I need to go update that list, actually.
As for the Mario
Look at me.
Golf project, because I haven't done it in a while, I think I'm just gonna stop. I finished Toadstool Tour. I finished the 4 that I played.
I'm just gonna
know.
give up.
I think World Tour is just way too many challenges and way too much. It's just kind of a grind. I don't feel like I'm like really enjoying it.
He said, I just give up. I can't stand it.
But it's okay.
Golf is scary.
Look, you'll have the right to laugh when you finally beat Ganon's Tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, buddy.
You have to brush the cobwebs off of that corner that the N64 has still been working in.
I'll get there eventually whenever the water temple.
Oh my god, that temple is not that hard.
No, I know it's not. I like Majora's Mask a whole lot, but Ocarina of Time is a game I never really played much of.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Water Temple is better than whatever the fucking shit they were doing in the Great Bay Temple is.
The Great Bay's not bad.
The Great Bay Temple is one of the worst things I've ever put myself through without a guide. Oh,
Okay,
it's so
I
bad.
doubt that. I doubt that.
Maybe in terms of Zelda, yes. There is one thing I can think of that was more of a grind, but I found it more satisfying than the Great Bay Temple. Because I wasn't on a fucking clock, and it was Jabu Jabu's belly in Oracle of Ages. Holy hell, that one... That's a dungeon, man. Oy. I think the worst part about it is the swimming controls, but like, holy shit, is it complicated and obtuse.
I mean, you do tend to find that inside them, yes.
I'm still waiting for the day where you stream the CDI Zelda games.
I mean, the remakes
You can
are
do that
out on
remaster,
PC. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, they're pretty good.
But you
Well,
would still
yeah.
have to do Zelda's Adventure.
You have to track down a working CDI and actually capture the footage.
You're
It's
insane.
pretty
That's
sad.
not-
Like every time I go to Goodwill, I do keep an eye out for one of those just in case. Like somebody just gets confused, thinking it's like a VHS player.
I'm pretty sure if that ever happened, you would see like a swarm of rich nerds punching the ever-loving daylights out of each other for that CDI.
Oh no, they punched Granny. She just wanted a VHS player to relive some memories. Oh no.
You know, I'll say, while I do agree with that criticism, having played the Ice Temple and Link to the Past, I'm okay when the puzzles are just like, oh, look around and use your eyes.
Don't you do that in 3D Zelda though?
The alternative is so much worse sometimes.
I mean, don't you have to use something to see something in Ocarina of Time without your eyes?
The Lens of Truth,
Because it-
yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean...
I quite like the Shadow Temple in that game, but mostly for the vibes, more than anything. I don't even think Majora's Mask has anything like the Shadow Temple.
Well, Majora's Mask just has an interesting vibe when you're not in the dungeons.
Yeah, it's a very peculiar game, I will give it that.
Yeah. And it's kind of why I love it, because it just actually feels like you're in a nightmare.
It's a
Like,
pretty
not in
cool
a critical
game.
way, but like, you're just genuinely in a nightmare that somebody would have.
It's a cool game, I beat it, and then well actually no, I got the Stone Tower Temple and I got tired of it. But I got
Okay.
through most of it.
But here's the ultimatum. Jeff and Matt Hardy advertised Majora's Mask. They didn't do that for Ocarina of Time.
I don't consider the Hardy brothers given a lot of events of an endorsement of any kind of quality in a game, actually. So I feel like what you just said was maybe the most compelling argument against that game.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I was listening to them either when they said drugs are cool.
Remember, kids, do marijuana. Don't do that. I mean, you do, but, legally.
What I'll
Hey,
say
kid.
about Majora's Mask is that I gave it a shot.
But did you beat it?
No, but I got to the Stone Tower Temple and I said, oh, I'm tired of this dungeon, I'm very bored.
Okay, if you beat the Stone Tower, this has to be the Ganon's Tower.
Boy, I'm sure the time sync will be equal.
What's that supposed to mean? Come on now, give me some credit.
And I'll just be in the background laughing my ass off at both of you.
I mean, beyond the whole time limit stress thing, I'm just like,
It's not bad.
yeah, you're right. It's not really bad. It's just kind of whatever.
It's punishing on your first playthrough without a guide, which is ideally how you would want to play a game.
Yeah, in a way that like doesn't let me stop and take in anything. I feel like it does reduce my ability to like really get
I mean,
invested.
it's not
in
like
care.
you'll see everything on the first part of the
Well,
cycle
no.
anyway.
But have you considered that like I don't want to do the game in cycles? I'd just like to make progress.
But games are like a cycle, T. Like right now, there's a cycle going on in the game you're playing right now. Don't you know?
Yeah, I just wasn't like a super big fan. Well, I mean, I enjoyed my time with it, but I don't think I'd ever do it again.
How dare you have your own opinions?
Oh fuck.
I don't know how to feel right now with this.
Please
Well-
tell me this is gonna have the US boss theme sometime later.
Oh. But
Can
yeah.
Bob just be a boss?
Also, as for the Oracle games, I was talking about Oracle of Ages and Oracle. I do think Oracle of Seasons is just better. I don't know if I came to that conclusion on stream. I'm pretty sure I did, but I enjoyed
think you did.
I enjoyed Seasons more, quite a bit even.
Okay, the way Kamek fade in there for a moment, I thought just had a really long gray beard.
Merlin
I
can.
think what did it for Seasons beyond like a more interesting like overworld. I just think the inventory and the dungeon design is much better in that game. I think Ages has a lot of dungeons where you loop around the same rooms, and you do like mild changes and like some puzzles. But Seasons is a lot less repetitive in that regard. I definitely had to go back to the map a lot less in Seasons. There's a lot of like little things like that in Ages.
Well, wouldn't you say the point of a Zelda game is like the adventuring? So going to the map often is actually a good thing.
No, I would like to like look around the dungeon and explore and not get lost in the like 4th dungeon of the game.
But that's
Because
what
every
the
room-
first Zelda is all about.
Though it isn't. Look, I just think Oracle of Ages is a little bit much. But that's okay.
I thought Zelda 1 was about spellologists with all the people in caves.
Hey, you're right.
Because I still enjoyed Ages, don't get me wrong. I think Oracle of Ages is a good game. I just enjoyed Seasons a lot more. And I really do have to give Oracle of Seasons credit for having like way cooler items. Like, they are just way fucking cooler in that game. The magnetic glove, the spread shot, seed shooter, the rocks cape. Like, there's just so many cool things in Seasons that make puzzles and traversal really fun. Because despite the reputation of it being more action-oriented, it is. But I think it still has its fair share of really good puzzles. They're just not as complicated as Ages. But they feel like way cooler because of the way the items are in that game. But I also think that Oracle of Ages is the better one to do first, because having the level 3 sword in Seasons is pretty helpful. Even though Seasons is like kind of an easier game overall. Like, I still gotta hand it to, Oh my god! Why are you making me do this game?
I like how you always get one of these ROM hacks where it gets towards the end.
But this is crazy! Okay, there we go.
But here's my number.
Oh, true. So, like, despite Oracle of Ages being a harder game and, like, you know, a little bit more tedious and more difficult, I still think it's the better one to hammer out first. Also, the plot is a lot better in Ages, and, like, the world building and the storytelling is better. But Seasons is just, like, the better Zelda game, I think. When it comes to what I'm looking for in 2D Zelda.
A secret. You don't want to read the lore?
Nah.
You monster?
There he is!
I like that he's constantly fist pumping in place.
Oh, we got Big Bowser. Here's true power. He's like, what? Bowser, what are you... What? I'm practicing.
Oh, wait.
I literally hope every front of this Bowser is just like a version from the other Mario games. Okay, no. No bunch stop Bowser.
Oh no, Yosh is now the graphics person.
Well, you know you gotta do something offensive, right?
Hey, one of these people worked on Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. That's pretty cool.
I wonder if you can, like, eat the letters in a way that you would spell out Among Us.
That easy. That Rosa say send so no to you. See. And that's just blocks. Jack kill. Okay, never mind.
Jack,
You were
why?
you ruined it. Fresh Yoko. I feel ya.
And now Yuko. 15 Amex.
15 Amex. Is why.
Ah, Cuckoo.
His
That's
spades.
spades.
Ah.
Lalixum. Asm, that's gonna be the next Final Fantasy VI randomizer enemy. Thanks or play!
Thanks for playing.
Thanks playing. You beat the game, why do you need a 1-up?
The
Oh,
lab.
because there's more.
Oh, man. Oh.
Oh.
So when's the level that's Ghost designed by Sizzix Chulin?
I'm a king! With stuff to make Sizzix Chulin for Mugen, you know that, right?
Wait, you mean you haven't been playing Mugen this whole time?
No.
Oh. Well, this is awkward.
No, we were playing Knuckle Fighter.
Oh. I need to go watch that Melee stream of Knuckle Fighter. It's been so long since I watched any footage of Knuckle Fighter.
The fuck is Knuckle Fighter?
It's before Mugen, right? I think was when Knuckle Fighter came.
It is a very old, janky fighting game engine. It is where that the Viper comes from.
Oh my god, he's fat.
He's fat!
He's fat!
What is in this level?
This song sounds like it's trying to let out a fart, but it can't.
So
It's not quite like a fart.
It's
but
a lot.
getting
It's
there.
a lot like me.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting for the Mario ROM hack that puts in ancient Roman music.
God.
Sounds like Dish is the only one that did not enjoy himself during that.
No, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's just
Now, the way the enemies flew out when they died was hilarious.
right. I'm not saying I was bored the whole time. I'm just saying there are RPG Maker games that are better than that.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of games that are better than that. Like,
F-Zero RPG remake. Ew, green stuff. Wait, are we getting lore here? That T keeps skipping, so we don't know the lore? Thanks, T. You know, really, with these ROM hacks, you are missing out on half the experience.
That Shy Guy's dead.
No, he's sleeping. It's fine.
Don't worry, he's sleeping. I saw you stab him.
Well, Shy Guys have no souls, so... Is it... Wow, that's, like, incredibly... bad to say. Okay, Metroid.
Oh no, we might have to fight Madeline Bergman.
what's going on, guys?
You see, Adam Malkovich is going to be like, you are authorized to use jump.
Oh,
What? It's been all a simulation. Wake up. Okay.
Hey, Mario 2!
You gotta start fighting Mario, Luigi.
dog, what is happening?
You see,
Those
this is
lungs
where-
aren't moving.
You see, this is where you find out that you were a persona in the Killer 7 this whole time.
Aw, shoot.
Oh,
Yeah, because you're creating a time paradox. Or no way, you were pulled from the dream world into the Mario world, and now you're going back to the dream world, but oh no, what is a dream world? And what is reality? Inception. I gotta
At the
figure
end
out.
of this, you're gonna walk back into your own kitchen, where you will realize that it was you that killed your own wife.
My god.
With a spoon.
oh,
Why did it become a space invader for a split Oh god!
I'm gonna say this is intentional.
Yeah.
What you know about them subpixels?
So this is the part where Mario.exe crawls out of her monitor to call us a bitch.
It's the first cave.
Or what's left of it.
Can you go further down the waterfall?
Good question. Definitely not. Oh, we go in there. Oh,
What?
hold on. Did me holding the Y button skip that? Nope. Okay, nope. We're in the lab. Wait.
And now we're in Glitch City.
It's like Suplex City, but you know, little less suplex,
More glitch.
more glitch.
And then after this, we'll end up washed on Cinnabar Island shore.
Oh,
Oh hey, we finally got our graphics back.
What does it mean to be a graphic?
The opposite of you are when I obliterate you.
Jesus, so malice. Or so much malice. I don't know English.
I have become part of the Malice archetype. You cannot stop me.
Darn.
I'm a fire king.
Oh shit.
How long is this hallway?
I'm going to guess that this is the equivalent to. Okay.
This is just a walking simulator now, god damn it.
Very funny.
Whoa.
Dude, what is
All that.
what is
I guess
happening?
this is the end of Evangelion.
Huh?
Behold, the end.
Bowser told ya.
The end. Bowser's dick.
Oh my god.
Huh? Huh?
Reality.
Oh. Do I go back here?
Hey yo, what the heck was that about?
What? What happened? Alright, well, this says a lot about society.
So, does this ROM hack have spark notes?
I don't know. But it was very
Glitches
good.
Glitches happened, and then Bowser peed on your corpse. The end.
Oh no, Bowser's presenting.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting.
When Bowser says open your mouth and close your eyes, it's a surprise. Say no, because this will happen to you.
Well, you know. You ever wonder?
Quite a bit, actually.
Nah, my mind is stagnant.
Hmm.
Is your mind really that stagnant?
Maybe. Pegasus tries to look in my mind. He notices that I have both Ash Blossom and Infinite Impermanence in my hand.
Oh, ARPA boy. No.
It's like that Harvey, no thing, but in Yu-Gi-Oh! All those like Yu-Gi-Oh! But modern parodies, but it's just with Pegasus looking at his opponent's hands. He just sees Nibiru, slams his cards on the table, and walks out the door.
He regrets reviving the game. Say, Pegasus, you're your own worst enemy. You did this.
Would be pretty crazy, right? But you know, that's not what's happening, so. Ooh, well, that was a pretty wild hack.
It
Well,
escalated very much.
I guess now I can join Killer 7 and Deadly Premonition and having tons of online articles deciphering its plot.
So, T, this is your next article, right?
What?
Dissecting this game.
uh,
You see, the pastel color scheme actually represents your protagonist's sexual frustration.
okay, whoa there, buddy.
I mean, did you see that final scene?
I'm just trying to find another thing to play, okay?
Okay.
I've definitely...
You can play ARPA's favorite game of all time. That he'll say right now, so I won't make a mistake.
Drake of the 99 Dragons.
There you go.
Don't believe you. Why don't you stream it, ARPA?
No!
Oh, wow. That was sure was a quick change of tone. I thought you just said it was your favorite game.
No, he means no, he doesn't own a copy of it.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly.
I can't play Drake of the 99 Dragons right now. I might get a hernia. That said, that would be funny to see Evil Homer play Resident Evil 2.
You don't want to see me play that. You would get so mad watching me play that game.
First of all, T, why are you playing it on Gamecom?
I would not do that.
Why are you playing the Tiger Electronics handheld version?
You're kidding me. That's not real.
Yeah, there was a standalone Tiger Electronics version.
Dude, that thing was popular back then.
Tiger Electronics handheld Resident Evil 2.
You can play the Sonic one.
Yep,
no,
that
no,
exists.
no. That's also not a ROM hack.
You could do the Mega Man one, who has a gun.
That is, again, not a ROM hack.
That you know of.
I'm a ROM hack. Remove skin reveals that I'm a ROM hack.
Oh, yeah.
And it does exist, as you see here.
See? There you go, see? You can
Oh.
emulate that.
I forgot. There is in fact a DKC Chaos Edition. You ready to? Let's just do this.
I'm scared.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh god, this thing is $200. What the
Oh my
fuck?
god. Why?
Okay,
I hope
but
you
first,
get a loan out for it.
First, Arpa, I'm going to show you the hack that you missed a little earlier. So you ready, Arpa?
As I'll ever be.
So for anybody that wasn't here for this earlier,
Famicom CD featuring a penguin CD.
Well, this doesn't look very chaotic.
so check this out, Arpa. This is running on a Super Nintendo. Look at it. So this is using what the Super Nintendo calls Mode 0, which allows for multiple parallax background layers. But the limitation is that they can only have 4 colors. But you know what else can only have 4 colors? The NES.
My face.
This is my favorite thing I played tonight, to be honest with you.
It's
It
pretty
definitely
nice.
made a lot with the 4 colors per object limit.
In the background, yeah. But this is like a game that's made as like, what if Nintendo did a CD add-on for the NES? You can hear with the music, right? Looks pretty good, right?
Yes. It looks acceptable to look at.
This does not hurt my eyes.
No, I fucking love this thing. It also has a different physics engine, but it is pretty close to Mario World in like responsiveness, but a little closer to Mario 1, but not overly so. Where should we go next, Arpa?
Athletic, because it's athletic.
Also, the music is inspired by like 80s city pop, jazz fusion, that kind of thing. Which I quite like. And it sounds extremely 80s, doesn't it?
It's a weird fit for Mario, I gotta say.
But I really do adore the pixel art in this. Athletic is a bit shorter. Where do we go next?
Golden Jungle, because you might get a golden shower.
Not quite. I do like this song a lot, though. I just think the vibes of this are perfect. I hope this gets finished.
Maybe someday.
The end of the game is just going to be you walking on Bowser, who's like carrying a boombox while wearing shades.
What do you think, Arpa?
It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Nothing else? Just
What can I say?
I think it looks
You're like-
cool.
I'm watching Mario with a unique color palette while Retail Store Radio is playing.
But doesn't the music give you hella 80s vibe?
It does.
Imagine like getting your hair done at a salon to this music back in the day. With like one of those scary looking contraptions they put over your head.
It puts you in the Iron Maiden, but at least you get to hear this.
And where we go next, Arpa?
The beach.
Oh, you'll love this song.
Hey, howdy and aloha! This is Barracuda Barry coming at you with tracks hotter than July and cooler than a summer breeze. Right here on Renuka Radio in the beautiful Brixery Isles. It is another gorgeous day in paradise with a chance of a couple of light showers that should clear right off. And meanwhile, we got some hot tracks coming up. This one's actually one of my favorites, so sit back, relax, and let the music take you on a cruise right here on Renuka Radio.
Thank you,
So
Tim.
when's they gonna tell me to stand by my radio and get naked?
It would be like, this is actually the best song.
Alright, here's a challenge for you, T. Can you beat this level before that guy stops talking?
No.
You're not even gonna attempt?
I would have to find like some kind of clip or something.
Yes.
Like, come on, tell me this isn't great.
I love the hill that's holding its breath, and the other hill that just has Wobba Fett's face.
Really interesting choice of a system, like to do this on the Super Nintendo. And the hill with face should be a playable character in Mario Kart, I agree.
Too big.
Okay, they said that about Ridley, and look what happened.
But it hasn't happened to Mario Kart yet, has it?
Oh, you got me there, dude.
Like, do you want something bigger than PD Piranha and Double Dash?
It would be pretty funny. Petey's big fucking head getting in the way. Let's go.
I just want Sweet Tooth in a Mario Kart game.
You're gonna be waiting for that for a while, buddy.
It's fine. Someday there'll be just one mega corporation that just has everything, owns the rights to everything.
Consume content.
Consume content.
SNES 9X.
Well, that's basically all it was, though. But anyways, I know what you're here for. You're not here to watch me have fun.
I'm here to watch a survival horror game with 80s city pop.
Yes.
Alright, here we go. Donkey Kong Country.
Imagine a Mario ROM hack where the music is just like 16-bit renditions of the worst songs in video game history.
Hmm.
Wait, hold on. What? Hold on. Oh, I thought there was a mono and a stereo option. I guess I'm wrong. Here we go.
Mario World renditions of the Resident Evil 2 basement theme.
My jump is really high for some reason. What the fuck?
Oh my god! Whoa!
Alright, we're...
Is this
What
set
the
collapsed?
Oh, I pressed B.
How dare you?
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. See? It's working fine. L... What the fuck? Oh, Rambi, no! Oh, no, don't stop!
The rope.
Yo!
I knew Diddy Kong was a rope this whole time.
Uh-oh.
What?
Woohoo! Oh my... Yeah! Yeah! What the fuck? What happens if I die with a Y? Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
there we go. Golden donkey. Golden gray ape Donkey Kong. Oh, fuck, dude, won't! What?
I'll be honest, I didn't even know you hit the checkpoint barrel.
I mean, the level was just happening. It was really kind of surprising. I got... What the... Oh. That's the jump button.
Huh? So I jump.
Why aren't you jumping?
Why was he so tiny?
We're dying. Am I gonna turn gold again? What the...
Golden primate.
No! Oh, my goodness.
Ah, the exit camp.
It reminds me of Reich and Bullwinkle.
What the fuck, dude? Dude, the camera. Oh yeah, dude.
Ah!
Dude, the camera is killing me there every time. Quite literally, it is. Wait for it to go away. Where am I? Go! Yes, we did it. We did it. Wait, can shit happen during this?
Cranky just flies off.
Hanky suddenly turns into a shit pallet.
Are you ready? Here we go. A reptile rumble. What? That was relatively harmless.
You're tempting fate.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
Oh, I meant the ending plot twist of that Mario ROM hack again.
Donkey! What?
Ah!
I love ping pong.
Wow, this looks fantastic. What the what? What's he doing over there? Dude, how are the boss fights gonna go in this?
They aren't.
You have to play as the boss and fight Donkey Kong.
Oh! What the fuck? What?
Oh my
Ah! What
Face
is
down,
happening,
boys.
dude?
If I made the Kaizo version, that tire would be shooting bullets.
True.
It'd say I'm the king.
Suddenly, there would be volcanoes. Jikt.
My favorite.
Jiklumzig.
Yo, blue donkey, dude.
He's just really chilly right now.
Oh no. Oh no. No, the exit sign! No! Oh
We survived the
no!
world falling apart.
Oh no! Yep. I'm fine.
Well, this might help.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, dude. Dude.
I love how DK was just rapidly shapeshifting.
It's part of his nature, really.
What's
I like how that octopus took a moment to decide that it had a hitbox. Oh god.
What the fuck is that? Oh!
Well,
No!
apparently you're now swimming in corpse water.
No, go! No!
I like the idea that if you get bitten by an octopus, you become one.
What the f- Becoming a rope when dying? Kinda morbid.
You see, personally, when I die, I just hope I become a roll of scotch tape.
Not saran wrap? That's a surprising answer.
I don't think I'm worthy.
Oh my god.
I think only Nobel Peace Prize winners get to become saran wrap.
Wait,
Alright, Funky.
let's see if anything happened, but it didn't.
Kind of surprised the music doesn't get distorted. Unless that's a setting or something. Thank you, Donkey Kong.
It's a perfect.
What the fuck?
Ah.
What?
It's a reasonable reaction to being turned into mint chocolate chip yogurt. Hi, Jacquelimson.
I'm a favorite.
So, are they just like showing off passages from the Necronomicon? Oh my goodness.
I did it.
I don't have words for that. Alright, very naughty Slayer.
I just want him to endlessly laugh and bait you. It's gonna be great. Never mind.
Oh no, dude. Oh, this is gonna be shit.
Hi, XY.
What? What the fuck? Hi, Jicklum.
Bless you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh, yo! Give me out. I don't know what's going on there. I don't want to be there anymore.
The killer sign is just...
The
It's just
game
great.
just tried to kill our eyeballs. Oh, I don't want to imagine the minecart levels with whatever this is.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be great.
Hope you don't get a press B button to die prompt.
That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? But we've lucked out so far. Are these unchanged?
Have mercy.
Even they knew better. $1 and...
Oh, my favorite.
They already know I went through this level enough times in the mirrored version.
No apostrophe, other apostrophe.
I was kind of hoping I took away life from you.
Clean run.
Your definition of clean.
What? The fuck was
Oh, clean.
unclean
Glitches.
about it?
Glitches, my dude. Glitches.
Well,
I'll glitch you.
Mmm.
I'll high XY you.
In Minecraft.
You can't stop me.
I got confused where I was.
You're in Donkey Kong country, sir. I will throw this at you with my last breath.
Very slowly.
Very slowly. Hmm.
You can...
We got one of those button prompts in a while.
Can't wait for that tire to just attack you from behind.
And I'm really heavy.
Press B to reset the game.
That'd be fucked up. Let's do it. Oh my god. Yo, Metal Donkey Kong? Where am I? Where am I?
And now the cave looks like it's some kind of demon bunny in this ballot.
What?
It's like House, that old horror movie.
Yeah, that's why the piano killed all those girls. It's because they didn't press B to die.
It's true. Oh my goodness, I apologize. Sleepy.
I mean, it's nearly a good stopping point.
Yeah, I kind of been up since 1 a.m., so...
Yeah, Arpa and I will probably hang out for a bit.
You will press B to die.
Oh,
I'm
no.
definitely gonna... No, I gotta look at Floyd so we get some ideas.
Press X to
Alright,
die.
well, I think that's enough. Oh, that's pretty funny. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all go.
Okie dokie.
We shall raid into Cayenne.
What are they doing?
Street Fighter.
Oh.
The game about doing that. Anyways, have a good night, everybody, and remember, always brush your chompers.
Okay,
care.
I'll take that advice. Laters.
Later.